All right, hello everybody, I'm here. Hello, Al Farouk. Hello, Sophie. Thank you. All right, so I'm here. So it's time to begin. Let the questions begin. What's your problem? Why do you need help? What's hard for you? What's difficult? What are you good at? What are you bad at? What's troubling you? Can I share something about shadowing? I can. I can share my article about shadowing. This is my article that I wrote about shadowing. How long should you do it? You should do it for as long as you want to do it for. Guys, why is shadowing so confusing? It's not confusing. Shadowing is just saying, he's good. I think I should watch him to see why he's good. That's all shadowing is. Shadowing is just watching somebody who's good, and then you think about why they are good. That's all shadowing is. So, shadowing is only good if you watch someone good. If you watch someone good, then yes, shadowing is good forever. If you find somebody who's a great speaker, then yes, you can study them forever. You can watch them forever, all right? But you need to choose the right person first. If you choose the wrong person, then no, you can't study them forever. All right? And if you choose a person who doesn't speak well, that's a problem. If you choose a person who's cool, you like that guy because he's cool. He's not a good speaker. You just like him because he's cool. That's not a good model. So, shadowing is a very simple technique. It's called learning. He's good. Let me watch him and learn. That's all. So, you should be shadowing through your whole life. You should be shadowing people for many things. You shadow your parents as role models, probably, right? You shadow people that you respect, people who you admire. You shadow them, right? So shadowing is just the idea that there are some people who you admire. You admire them, you respect them. So try to figure out why you respect them. Why do you admire them? What is so great about them? And can you be like that? That's all it is. Okay? So shadowing is not some great secret. It's not some secret technique or secret trick. It's very simple. You go watch somebody who's really good. You sit, you watch, you take notes. That's it. Sure, there's repetition, of course. You should watch somebody more than one time. You should watch somebody more than one time if you really want to study them. Okay? So, I don't mean to yell so early, but there are so many people who seem very, very confused about the word shadowing. I think the word makes you confused. You think it's something more difficult than it is. It's not. It's very simple. Watch, listen, learn. That's shadowing. Okay? That's shadowing. But shadowing begins with choosing the right person to shadow. That's the first thing you must do, is choose the right person to shadow. Okay? All right. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. But make sure you read my article. Okay, Shrimad, read the article that I gave you about shadowing. It will make everything clear. All right? There's a lot more in my article. Okay? You're going to eat? Okay, well, enjoy your dinner. Can I explain how the shadowing technique works? There is no technique, Tom. There is no technique. You are shadowing me right now. What are you doing right now, Tom? What are you doing? You're watching me and you're trying to study me to see why I sound good, right? That's what you're doing. That's what shadowing is. To shadow means to follow somebody who's good and watch what they do and learn. Follow like a shadow. That's why it's called shadowing, because you're following behind them like a shadow and you're watching everything they do like a shadow. Okay? Now, how can you practice effectively to improve your pronunciation and fluency? You can't practice one thing that fixes everything. Okay, Tom, if you want to learn a language, you have to work on the grammar, the vocabulary, the pronunciation, the reading, the writing, the listening, the speaking. You have to practice all of those. You cannot just do one thing and then learn it all. You have to practice all of them. Okay? So, the word fluency means nothing. The word fluency has no meaning. It means that you are done. That's what you think it means. You think fluency means, oh, I'm done. I don't need to study anymore. I can speak freely. I don't need to learn anymore. That's not how it works. You're never done. You're never, ever, ever done learning. You're definitely never done learning a language. Okay? But pronunciation, if you follow somebody who speaks well and pronounces things well, you can watch their mouth and see, does my mouth look like their mouth, right? Does your mouth look like my mouth when you speak? That's how you can watch for shadowing to learn about pronunciation. Okay? Yes, shadowing is just, what is a shadow, everybody? What is a shadow? When I walk outside, the sun hits me, and now behind me there is a shadow. And every move I make, the shadow will make. Right? Every move I make, the shadow makes. So that's what a shadow is. A shadow is somebody who follows you and tries to learn from your moves, your movements. Okay? That's it. But the big mistake, the number one mistake that I see people make about shadowing is they choose the wrong person to shadow. Sometimes you choose somebody who doesn't speak well. They're not a great speaker. They're cool. You choose them because they're cool. And that's the wrong reason to choose somebody. If you're trying to learn a language, we're not trying to be cool. We're trying to learn the language. Okay? The Be Cool class is a different class. There's a different class that you have to take. If you want to be cool, there's another class for that. This is English class. In English class, we learn English. In cool class, you learn to be cool. All right? All right, let me see. Did I miss any comments or questions? Let's see. It's like parroting someone. Well, yeah, that's kind of where the word parroting comes from. Parrots repeat, right? So the idea of parroting is similar to shadowing, but parroting usually just means repeating what somebody did. It doesn't always mean you're learning them or studying them. It could mean that you're mocking them or you're just repeating what they do, but you're not learning anything. Okay, so parroting means to repeat what someone else did or said, but it's different than shadowing because shadowing is to try to follow what someone does so that you can learn from them to be better. Parroting could be repeating anything anyone does is parroting. Okay? Huh? You didn't know talk what? I don't know what that means. Uh I'm a bachelor. Yes, I'm a bachelor means I'm a single man. That's right. I'm not married. Yeah, that's what I'm a bachelor means. Mm-hmm. Be better yourself. Well, be better yourself usually means you should try to be better. You. Okay? Not the people around you. You're just talking about you. Okay? Per se. Per se means just, well, the original meaning of per se is it goes back to something we don't usually use anymore. So per se is Latin, right? It's like quid pro quo. These are Latin phrases, but they're phrases that have made it into the English language because they do have important meaning, right? So in this case, per se means by itself or in itself, by itself or in itself. But per se, when we say it, if I said this isn't that idea isn't bad per se, it means that idea isn't bad in itself, but okay? So per se is a Latin way to say in itself or by itself, okay? So PAFA, I don't live in New York City, but I do have the same time zone. So the time zone is the time is 9:46 a.m. Hello, Porfirio. Thank you. You are independent and we are somehow connected emotionally. I'm not sure what you mean. I mean, that's true. Everybody is independent, and yet everybody is connected emotionally in some way. That's what empathy is. As long as you're not a psychopath. If you're a psychopath, then you don't think about anybody else except yourself. But if you aren't a psychopath, then yeah, of course, you do think about other people. Okay, so again, this is the part where you ask me questions. So what are you waiting for? Let's talk to some people here. Let's see. We have Ina. Hello, Ina, and Sophie, and Arthur Fox, and Waji, and Xiaomi, and Molly, and Kira. Ask me questions. Jeffrey Cho, ask me questions. Illusion, ask me questions. La La Love, ask me questions. Al Farouk, and Ray, and Spring, and Riza, and Cal, and ABK, ask me questions. Ask me questions. If someone studies English grammar perfectly but still cannot speak fluently, what psychological or practical barriers might be preventing fluency? Nothing. There is no psychological barrier preventing fluency. Tom, I'm going to assume you're talking about yourself, and it looks like your writing is quite good. If that's your writing and that is your level of English, then yeah, that looks like you write pretty well. So why do you think you can't speak well if you can write well? Why, Tom? This is very simple. Tom, what do you think? Why can't you speak as comfortably as you can write? How much did you write and how much did you speak? Did you do the same amount? Have you practiced speaking as much as you have practiced writing? Probably not. Probably not. And yes, it means you're lacking vocal practice, but before you speak, we think. So you don't need to practice speaking. You need to practice thinking. So every day, you need to practice making English live in your mind. Okay? And if your English is living in your mind, then you'll feel more comfortable speaking. But right now, English only lives on the paper. It doesn't live in your mind yet. Make it live in your mind, and then it will live in your mouth. Okay? Okay, let's see. Thank you very much. Can I replace you at work? Mateo, I don't know what you do, so probably not. I have no idea who you are or what you do, Mateo. But if you think I'm AI, I'm not. AI wouldn't do this. I think that's what we're going to have to start doing. I'm going to have to start doing stupid things just to prove to you that I'm a human, that I'm not AI. That's the world we live in now. Now we have AI fake everything. So now I'm going to have to do some things that AI would never do. You know? Can AI hold its nose and talk like this? Can AI do that? I don't think AI can do that. All right, let's see. What does counterpoint mean? It depends on the situation, Ramdal, but counterpoint in language, counterpoint means I said one thing and now you're going to say an idea that counters my idea. It's like playing a game, like we're throwing a ball, right? So I throw a ball to you and now you throw the ball back to me. That's a counterpoint, right? I make a point, I throw it to you, you make a counterpoint. Then I throw it back and make another counterpoint, okay? But counterpoint has other meanings in music. It has a similar meaning. It's like a phrase that's repeated, but to give a different feeling. Okay, it's like a repeating phrase that is an answering. It's an answer. That's what I meant to say. It's an answering phrase. It's a counterpoint. So I said, do you like ice cream? And you said, yes, I do. That is actually a counterpoint. Counterpoint is more like an argument. But technically, counterpoint is anything that is said back. Okay? Can I give us all the meanings of get? I can't because there are too many of them, fellow, but I can give you a website that will show you them. Let me find the right one. Yeah, try this one. Try this one. There are a bunch of websites that explain all the uses of get, but this is a pretty good one to start with. So start here. Okay? Okay, let's see. Can I explain modal verbs? For example, the difference between ought to versus must versus may versus might. Okay, sure. Give me a minute here. All right, so let's start with the ones you mentioned. So, ought to, Alejandra, ought to is one that we don't use that much anymore. We just say should. All right? You ought to study more. You ought to get more sleep. You ought to eat better. It's not that common anymore. We always say you should sleep better. You should eat better. You should whatever, right? We just say should now, okay? So ought to just means should, all right? Now, must is a little bit more strong. Must is like a command. You must do this. That's a more serious thing, okay? So let me find this one page for you. You wanted must, may, might. So here is may and might. One moment, let's see. There it is. There it is. Okay, so here, look at this first. Not that. This. And not that. Ah, sorry, wrong one. Share screen. Window. There we go. Okay, so here's may and might. Take a picture of this. Okay, so may and might. Take a look. So possibility, it might rain later, so take an umbrella. It might rain later. That's a possibility. I may watch a movie tonight. So may and might can be used to describe possibility. To give permission, you may have another cookie if you like, or you may open the window if you want to. Okay, but not for might. You never say might for permission. Okay? Ask for permission. May I borrow a pen? May I go to the bathroom? May I have some water, please? So may is good for asking permission more politely. Okay? And may can express wishes like, may you both live long and happily, right? May you both live a long and happy life. May the new year bring you happiness. Okay? That's a little more formal and not so common. Okay? And then it also happens in certain situations where you say, these tablets may produce side effects. These pills may produce side effects. That means possibility. It's a possible thing that could happen. Kids may be scared by these images. If you show these pictures to kids, they may be scared. That doesn't mean they will be. That means they might be. There's a possibility. Possibility. Okay? And then finally, speculation about the past actions. She is late. She may have missed her plane. Or your comment may have offended some people. So that's talking about the past, what may have happened. Okay? What was possible that happened in the past. So right here, may and might can normally be interchanged without a difference. But might often implies a smaller chance of something happening. Right? So it may rain or it might rain. It may rain, that's more like 70%. It might rain, more like 40%. Okay? So that's a good picture for that. And then I believe there's another one I have. Wait a minute, let me find that. There it is. And here's must. Okay, take a look at this. This is a website called Woodward English, everybody. I like this website. They're good page. They have great, like just one picture like this. They have so many of these. That's just one little screenshot that explains everything so clearly. So definitely go to Woodward English and check out some of their screenshots like this, okay? The pictures that you can save. All right, so must. Must shows an obligation or duty. You must wear a seatbelt when you drive. You must eat all of your vegetables. Okay? Now, this one, I think, the duty. That's a duty. That's a must. You should eat all of your vegetables. That's your duty, right? But that's a little bit... I think that's more like just a strong should. That's your parents are telling you, you must do it. That's your duty, right? Deduction, meaning that's you're certain something is true, right? So I looked at all of the snow. It must be cold outside, right? So look at all that snow. It must be cold. That's you're deducing. To deduce means to say, oh, this plus this must be this, right? So it's snowing outside, and that means it must be cold, right? So that's deduction. I heard a noise upstairs. Mary must be home. Okay? Or to emphasize necessity, plants must have light and water to grow. You must study if you want good grades. Okay? A strong recommendation. We must get together soon for dinner. We must get together for dinner soon. Okay? Or, these cupcakes are yummy. You must try one. Okay? So take a look and take a picture of these and practice these. And you can go to Woodward English has a video also, and they have more. You can go and look at their website and see more. They explain even more than this, okay? And that's free. Yes, that's free. Okay, let me go back and please be patient. There are many, many comments, so please be patient. Okay, if you are new, I cannot answer questions like, how can I be fluent? Just come and watch. 90,000 people watch me here. I have been on Hello Talk for more than 12 years. I am a real English teacher. So if you want to learn, come and listen and ask good questions. But don't ask questions like, how can I be good at English? That's not a good question, and you know it. You know it's not a good question. If you ask me a question like that, I'll give you a book and tell you, go read this. If you ask a question that's so big that I need to give you a book, that's a bad question. Think of a question that I don't need to give you a book for. Okay? How can we teach English to 2 to 3-year-old babies in kindergarten? So, Elif, I have taught babies 2 or 3 years old in kindergarten. It's not really teaching. The truth is that at that age, you are not teaching. You are performing English. That's it. You're a performer. So what you do at that age is you do alphabet, you sing songs, you play games about English, you speak English around them, and you use slow words, and you use happy faces like this, and you talk very... Oh, what's this? Oh, look, it's an apple. I like apples. Do you like apples? That is all English is at 2 to 3 years old. And they may not say anything. You're not teaching them anything. You're presenting the language. That's what you should be doing at 2 or 3 years old. Just giving them English as an environment. It's an English environment, that's all. And make it an interesting, fun, exciting English environment. Okay? How long have I been giving lessons on Hello Talk? Ruslan, I have been on Hello Talk for more than 12 years. I have been live streaming on Hello Talk for more than 5 years. I have done more than 1,300 live streams. For more than 2,000 hours, I think, if I remember right. Do I get any profit from that? No. No. Sometimes people give me tips, okay? But in 1 month, the amount of tips that I get is enough for me to go to McDonald's. I can buy a fast food meal with the tips I get here. One time a month, I can buy the worst food in America. That's how much money I make here. All right. Can reading make accurate grammatical mistakes? Wait, what? Waji, I don't understand your question. Can reading make accurate grammatical mistakes in speaking? I don't know what that means. If you are reading, whatever the grammar of what you're reading, that's the grammar. You're reading something. It's not what you, unless you wrote it. If you wrote it, then it's your grammar. So if there are mistakes, those are your mistakes. But if you are reading something, there should be no grammar mistakes. Okay? Hello, Walid. Hello, Lucian. Hello, Andreza. Hello, Carolina. Hello, Kathy. Can reading help reduce? Oh, well, yeah, of course. It's called practice. Reading is practice. Reading is letting you see the language being used. So yes, the more you read, the more familiar you become with the language. And then you know what mistakes that you might make, right? All right, so yes, of course, reading is good. Of course, reading is good. All right, let's see. Is impoverished and poor, are they the same? Yeah, they are. Poverty is the word that's in the middle of impoverished, means to be filled with poverty, full of poverty, okay? But it's a more formal word. So poor is a very common word. He's a poor man. He's an impoverished man is the formal word that means the same thing. Have I ever taught in China? No, but Arling Arling Dao, I'm sorry, Arling Ilio Dao Arling Arling 我住在台湾，所以武汉不是，可是台湾4年。Yeah, songs are good for babies. Yeah, songs are good. But babies, they might not sing with you. They might not sing with you yet. You just sing and they just kind of do baby things. Okay? How can we make an interest in reading with proper understanding? So Waji, I would say you have to read things that you can understand. Look, guys, wanting to understand something is a very simple thing. You have a feeling that you want to understand. So if I want to understand, then I will go find out. So that's you need to want to understand to understand. Do you understand that? That's why I understand, because I want to. But it sounds like a lot of you don't want to understand. That's why you don't. Is there a nuance between complex and complicated? I think in most cases I would say those are interchangeable. 差不多的意思, okay? You can say this test is very complex, this test is very complicated. These instructions are very complex, these instructions are very complicated. There might be a very slight difference, but let me check. I think it's a very semantic difference. Yeah. So the difference is it's a math description, all right? So in English, there is no difference, but in math, there is a small difference. In math, complex systems are, there are many interconnected parts, but they're changing parts, and they have unpredictable outcomes. But complicated systems, those are systems that have fixed rules that are predictable. So they can be broken down. It's predictable, but it's just so many of them, right? So complex means unpredictable because you don't know what it might do. Complicated means it's predictable, but man, there's so many levels, so many layers, so many things to understand. So it's difficult. But in general English, the words complicated and complex are pretty interchangeable. Okay? Hey, Chris. How you doing, man? Right, like I said, the relationship between A and B is very complicated. If I say it's very complicated, that means It's predictable, but there are so many, many, many layers and levels that it's hard to understand because of how great the layers and levels of complexity of system, right? Predictable system complexity. But it's so big, it's complex, right? So in this case, complicated is about things that are you can understand them, but it's big. All right? Complex things are things that you can't totally understand what's happening. You don't really, it's not predictable, so you can't really guess what's happening. Okay? All right. I am an English teacher. Yes. Okay, so I guess this is a good time for me to do another introduction. Yes, I am an English teacher. My name is Teacher Mark. I have been on Hello Talk for more than 12 years. I have done, let's see, how many streams have I done? I have done 1,345 live streams for, let's see, 140210. How many hours? One 140210. For 2,336 hours. 2,336 hours I have been here. Yeah. Okay. And I am, let's see, about 90,000 people follow me. About 1 million people have watched me around the world. And yes, I'm here Monday through Friday. And I have a YouTube channel here. And I have a website here. And I have a blog here. I read Conversations every morning, but after I finish my work in the afternoon, then I almost forgot those new words that I learned in the morning. Well, that's because you did them in the morning and then you forgot them the rest of the day. Zane. Let me think of a good analogy. Wait a minute. If you only think about it for 15 minutes, then the light is only on for 15 minutes. So when you come back home, it's dark because you turned off the light. You only had it on for 15 minutes. If you want to remember the words, you have to have the light on. So that means, how do you keep the light on? You don't just practice for a few minutes in the morning. No. That's okay, you can do that, but then you have to keep the light on. So how do you keep that light on through the rest of your day? How? How do you keep that light on? Samira says, using the language. All right, yes, that's true. But how, Samira? That's the key. The key is there are 5 ways that you could use the language. There are 5 ways. That's it. That's the one. That's the one. Thinking in it. Okay? So, if Zane, if you wake up in the morning and you read something, great, you read something. But now, through the rest of your day, you need to keep that alive. You have to keep that alive somehow. Something that you read, you have to keep that alive. All right? So, I don't want you to stop doing what you're doing with this reading thing in the morning like that's going to help. That's not going to help, not the way you want it to. What I want you to do in the morning is I want you to wake up in the morning and I want you to make a list of all the things you need to do that day in English. Make a list of all the things you need to do that day in English. And then make a list of all the places that you need to go. Do you need to go to work? Great. Do you need to go to school? Okay. Do you need to go to the park? Fine. Do you need to go to the store? Good. Then, if you need to go to the park, what are some vocabulary words or some things that you could say at the park? What are some vocabulary words or things that you could say at the market or at work, right? So make the language live with you. Whatever you're doing, make the language part of what you do. Then it will be part of your life. Okay? Libby, come here. You guys asked about seeing my dog last time. Well, it happens to be my dog is here, so I'll let you see my dog. Come here. Come here. Come up here. This is Libby, everybody. Say hello to Libby. Hi, Libby. So, guys, that is the big reason why people come here, and I talk about it all the time. And I know you must be tired of hearing about it, but thinking is the secret. If the language is not living in your head, it's because you're never thinking in English. You practice reading, and you practice writing, and you practice listening, and you practice speaking, but you never practice thinking. And that's the one that you need to do. That's the one. That's the most important one. If you can't think well, you can't speak well. If you can't think well, you can't write well. If you can't think well, you can't listen well. If you can't think well, you can't read well. Okay? You want another one? Come here. Give me 5. Give me 5. All right. She's a good girl. Come say hi. Oh, come here. Say hi, Libby. I love dogs too. Okay. What breed is she? She's a mix. She's a mutt. We call that a mutt. If you're a mix, then you're a mutt, a mix of a bunch of different dogs. It's called a mutt. How long have we had her? About a year and a half or 2 years. No, I don't speak Spanish. I know a little bit of Spanish, but I don't speak Spanish. Is the phrase "good boy" or "good girl" not for humans not appropriate? Samira, that's a good question. It's very common for parents to say to children, or maybe for adults sometimes to say to children. But sometimes it can be a little weird sounding. Okay? So we do say it to dogs all the time, dogs and cats. You know, good boy, good girl, right? But because it sounds like you're talking to a pet, that can be a little weird when you're talking to a child, right? But usually it's not treated as anything weird if it's just occasionally, right? Like if your grandfather, if you did something nice, like you cut the grass or you washed your grandfather's car, and he says, "Oh, good boy," that's normal, right? That's your grandfather saying, "Hey, good job. That's a good boy. That's a good boy doing good things," right? But it should be somebody who knows you. It should be somebody who's family or something like that. Otherwise, it sounds a little weird, in my opinion. All right. Oh, let's see. Does Microsoft or Gemini pronounce as the Grecian way sound as an error to you? Marco, I don't know. I would have to go look. I would have to check it. I would have to go look and see. So I'm not sure. I don't use those very much. You just mean the pronunciation that we standard, what we usually say. So Microsoft is the way, that's micro. We use micro all the time, right? The word micro is the way we say it, not micro, right? Which is the Greek way, right? But Gemini, yeah, you're right. These are all, there are, how do I say this? Anglicized. There are anglicized ways of pronouncing Greek words in English. Like the Greek letters and things like that, like they often get used in a slightly anglicized way. To anglicize something means to make it more like English. Okay? How do you spell it? Mud or mud? M-U-D is the stuff that's like when water and dirt comes together that makes mud. That's M-U-D. How do I pronounce direct? Direct. 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 Microsloth. That's funny. Okay, I am not going to add you. I'm not going to add you. I don't just add people. That's not how you say hello, Fatima. You must say hello first. Okay? You can't just come say, talk to me, or add me, or put me on stage. No, that's not how humans work. I'm a human. You have to talk to me first. You have to say hello. You have to say, it's nice to be here. You have to say, I'm happy to be learning here. You cannot just say, please talk to me, 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 please talk to me. Okay? I'm here to help everybody. I'm here to help everybody. There are 100 people here right now. I'm here to help all of them, not just one. Okay? But I am a real teacher, so you should talk to me. You should listen. You should ask questions. You shouldn't just say, oh, I just want to talk. All right? If you come to my room and you just say, put me on stage, it will never happen. Because that tells me you're not listening. That tells me you don't know what I'm doing. It tells me you don't know who I am. Because I never put people on stage when they say, put me on stage. That's right. 老师说的对，对, that's right. I am AI. Like I said, I'm going to have to start doing things that AI would never do. You know, like I'll just start having, I'll pick my nose every live stream so that people will know, oh, look, he's picking his ear. AI doesn't pick their ear. I'll have to do silly things. Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime gal. What does the word hypothetical mean? Hypothetical means an imaginary situation. It's something that you're pretending, you're imagining. Like, if this happened, right? Hypothetically, if I won the lottery, I would travel the world. That's a hypothetical situation. It's not real. It's just imaginary, right? I'm imagining. That's a hypothetical, okay? Andreza, how long does it take anybody to become fluent in English with a C1 or C2? I can't answer that, Andreza, especially for C1 or C2, okay? Because guess what? Most people don't use C1 or C2 vocabulary. C2 vocabulary is academic vocabulary. That is only that's language that you'll use in college or grad school or PhD level. That's where C2 language happens. Okay, C1 language, some of that might happen in the professional business world, but not too much. Really, the truth is, most language in the real world that we use, almost all of the language that I use here is B1, B2. Almost all of it. Okay? So, how long could it take if you study every day? If I have 10 people, that will be 10 different answers. Okay? If I have 10 people and they all study every day, there will be 10 different answers. So what does that mean? What does that mean? It means you can't tell. There is no way to tell how long it takes for somebody to learn something. I always think that's such a silly thing to think about. If I want to learn geometry, how long does it take to learn geometry? For every person, is it the same? If I want to learn, chemistry, how long does it take to learn chemistry? Is everyone the same? No! There are 8 billion people and 8 billion answers. Okay? That's right. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? 1, 2. Abdul Aziz, do you have a question? You must have a question for me, Abdul, okay? I only talk to people if they have questions, all right? Many people, they just raise their hand and they come talk to me, but they don't have anything to say. They just want to chat. Hey, what's up? How are you? What's up? I'm not here for that. I'm a teacher. I'm here to teach. So if you have questions, please ask me and I will help you. Okay? Everyone has their own rhythm to learn. That's right, Andreza. Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah. Okay? What's the difference between show up and appear? Sometimes nothing, Dana. The only thing I would say, sometimes showed up is a more common thing. When did he show up? When did you show up? When do you plan on showing up? That means to arrive. Daula, right? When will you be there? When will you be there? It's arrive, okay? But appear is like the word disappear and appear, right? So to appear is more like it wasn't there and now it's there. It just appeared, right? Like, where are my keys? I can't find my keys. I looked everywhere and then I see them and it's like, wow, wait, it's like they just appeared because I thought I already looked there. Okay? So that's the difference between show up and appear. Okay, so Abdul Aziz, you are new, right? Are you new? I'm pretty sure you're new. So if you're new, the best thing to do is just listen. But why don't you just ask your questions? Why not just type them? Why not? Start with that. Start with that. Give me one of your questions. You're not new. Okay, well, that's different. If you're not new, then maybe I'll talk to you. I hate to say that, but sometimes I just don't talk to new people because new people don't know anything about me, and it's weird. Why not just learn about me first, and then you can talk to me, you know? So let's try. Abdulaziz, you have to raise your hand. There's a button on your phone that you have to click so that I can invite you on stage. Okay, so go look on your phone, and there's a button to raise your hand. There it is. There he is. Abdul Aziz, hello. How are you, my friend?
I see.
Can you hear me? Abdul. Do you want me to turn the camera off? I can turn it off. There. Your camera is off. Abdul? What's going on? Abdul, are you there? Hello, Abdul. Yeah. Okay. Well, Abdul, I wanted to talk to you, but you're not talking to me. Well, I don't know, maybe the connection's bad or what. It looks like the connection's fine, but I don't know what's going on. So, I'm going to let you go then, Abdul. But I tried. I tried. All right. So, what's next then? Who's next? All right. In addition to English thinking and word training, what else can you do when you are alone? You can do anything when you're alone, Simon. Simon, if you don't have things to practice, that's your fault. Because today, in this world, it is so easy to find materials to practice. 30 years ago, when I was young and I was learning, getting materials to learn and getting materials to practice was very difficult. You could get books and maybe videos, and that's it. And even then, you didn't have every book and every video, you had a few. But now, you have access to everything. So, if you don't have things to practice, that's your fault. Because there are so many things that you could practice today. All right? So, here's one example. Here's an example. Look at this website that I love. Whoops. Try that again. Here's a website that I love. Look at this website. It's called GamesToLearnEnglish.com. GamesToLearnEnglish.com. So let's look at all the games. Let's start with vocabulary. Let's do some vocabulary, okay? So let's review first. So look, we have a bunch of topics here. Let's try animals. Cat, frog, chicken, turtle, crab, rabbit. And you can turn the words off so you can practice.
Shark, crocodile, giraffe, cow.
Okay, and now let's go back and let's play the game. Start. Oh, okay. Choose animals. Play. Butterfly. Ah, this one.
Rabbit.
Cat. Cow.
Horse.
Okay, now, is this too simple for you? Okay, fine. Let's try another one. How about jobs? Do you know all of these jobs? Policeman, receptionist, nurse, graphic designer, mechanic, doctor, artist, computer technician, dancer, cashier, firefighter. Lots of different things here, okay? And let's look at the rest of the website. Adjectives. We have games for adjectives. Let's do hard adjectives. Ah, so what is this? Is this tiny, right, or on fire? It's right.
Right.
Is it wrong, tiny, or on fire? It's wrong.
Wrong.
Right? Look at this. We have phrases, idioms, prepositions, past tense, body parts, adverbs, jobs, adverbs of frequency, vocabulary, clothing, phrasal verbs, comparing things, simple present. Look at all the games. Look at all the games. You could do this all day. It's so easy. I promise you, if you spend an hour every day on that website and just do as many games as you can, you will improve a lot very quickly. Okay? Yeah, it's a great, amazing website. That's one. So, Zane, I want to show you something else. Look at this, Zane. This is my website here. That's my link right there. Okay? And if you go to my website, yes, you can buy lessons from me over here. If you want to buy lessons from me, you can. But you also can go up here to this button here called Resources. And read this. Look at this. Teacher Mark's top English resources. Below, I have gathered together all the best English study and practice resources I could find from all over the internet just for my subscribers. Reading practice, writing practice, listening practice, speaking practice, IELTS and TOEFL, grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation. So let's say if you're practicing for the IELTS or for the TOEFL, go to my link. Click on here. IELTS Advantage, IELTS Speaking Simulator, British Council, IELTS Ready, IELTS DP Practice Tests, IDP, Scientific American, that's good for reading. Okay? It's all here on my website. Reading, vocabulary, pronunciation. You want vocabulary? Go to here. These are all links for vocabulary learning. Okay? All right? You can find all that on my website. All right? So, and then my YouTube channel is there and my blog is there. Okay, so you should read the articles in my blog. You should try to watch at least a few episodes of my live stream. Okay, my live streams are long. Okay, I have already been here today for 1 hour and 13 minutes. Sometimes I'm here for 3 or more hours. Okay, so when you go to most people's YouTube page, They have all the videos nice and pretty for you, and they're cut into 1-minute clips for you so that it's so easy for you because they only help people who are lazy. I do not help lazy people. Nope, I won't help you if you are lazy. Go do something else. I'm not interested in helping lazy people. Okay? So that means my videos are long. You need to show that you care. You need to go watch the whole video. Watch for an hour, watch for 2 hours, watch for 3 hours, and learn. If you do that, then I know that you're not lazy. Okay? The answers are there. Every answer that you want, I promise you, I have already answered the questions. I have already answered the questions, and they're on my website. They're on my YouTube. Every answer that you need, it's on my YouTube. But you have to go watch. All right? Yeah, Tony, 这是奇怪，因为我不知道为什么一些中国人他们不可以看我的网站，可是一些可以看。奇怪，我不知道为什么。See, look, that's how I know you're new. You just found out that I speak Chinese. All right, Alejandra says, I need to sharpen my writing skills because I don't know how to use punctuation marks correctly. I hesitate a lot when writing a long text. Alejandra, let me help you with that for a minute. Wait, let me see. I think I have a good website for that. Here is the first one that I'm going to give you. Do you guys know what Khan Academy is? Do you know Khan Academy? Are you familiar with Khan Academy? If you're not, you should. So Khan Academy is a free website. It's completely free, and they teach everything. They teach every subject that you want to learn. All right? Let me show it to you. Hold on. Let's see. Learner. Practice. Okay, so take a look at this website. Khan Academy, that's right. Yeah. Khan. So look, this is a punctuation practice website right here, right? So they have grammar guide. There's a grammar guide here, and they have examples here, and then they have practice here, right? So you have to answer the questions and do the next one, right? Go for all of them. So what about this? Clinical trials manager, pharmacy technician, healthcare, blah, 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 careers in medical field exist beyond just nurse or doctor. Which choice completes the text, right? So this is for choosing a word, but that's Khan Academy, everybody. I want you to see. Wait a minute. Let's look at the main page. This is Khan Academy, okay? And when you sign up for Khan Academy, like, look, here's math, here's social studies, economics, right? They have English here, right? Life skills even, right? So this is good for everything. If you need science, you need math, you need anything, it's all here. Okay? Test preparation, look at that. Okay? Computer skills. Okay? They have all this stuff here. He started with just math, but now it does like everything. All right? So Khan Academy is one good one. But there is another one. Let's see. Here is one here. Yes, it's free. Here is another punctuation self-test. So what I would say is you should just do a lot of tests. You should just practice, a lot. And ChatGPT is great for this. You can tell ChatGPT, please make a punctuation worksheet for me. And maybe you can tell ChatGPT which punctuation you really need help with, right? So you can say, I don't know how to use a semicolon or a colon. I don't know the difference. Can you help me practice that? I don't know when to use a comma or a period. Can you help me practice that? I use ChatGPT and I tell it, can you make a worksheet for my student, please? Make a worksheet to practice these prepositions. Make a worksheet to practice punctuation. And you can do a new worksheet every day. It'll make worksheets forever. All right? Okay, let me check over here on my YouTube people. I hope I didn't ignore anybody. Oh, hello, Miguel. Hello, Daffy. Hello, Donia. Hello, everybody. Why is there no transcript for today's live stream? That's weird. Is there? Yeah, it looks. Look at that. The subtitles are not working again. Let me tell them that the subtitles are not working. All right. Please be patient. I'm trying to read all the comments. What's the meaning of the expression wet blanket? A wet blanket means a person who complains too much. They whine too much. I don't want to do this, and this is no fun. And they say, like, this thing is bad, and I don't want to do this, and this is not going to be fun. And everything that you want to do, they say it's not going to be fun. Everything that you want to do that's fun, they are boring, they are complaining, they are annoying, they are a wet blanket. All right? So the term wet blanket, let me see. It came from the 19th century. So if you see a fire and the fire is out of control, if you take a blanket that's wet, a wet blanket, and you put it on the fire, what happens to the fire? If you put a wet blanket on a fire, what will happen? So the idea is the fire is your fun. You're having fun. That's the fire. And they are a wet blanket. They're putting out the fire. They're taking away the fun. They're making it not fun. Okay? That's a wet blanket. Okay? All right. You are welcome. Why is education so advanced in America? I don't know what you mean. It's no more advanced here than anywhere else. Please suggest what's best for a spoken one. So Lakshit, if you want to practice speaking English outside of HelloTalk, if you live in a big city, then you can find native speakers. So if you're from India, Lakshit, so I want you to do this. Let me ask you, what city are you from, Lakshit? What city? Are you from a big city, like Delhi or something? So if you're from a big city, it's easy to find somebody who speaks English. All you need to do is find the food. If you find the food, you will find the foreigner. So if I go to any country, if I want to find Greek people, I find the Greek food. If I want to find Italian people, I find the Italian food. If I want to find Japanese people, I find the Japanese food. If you find the food, you will find the foreigner. And then all you have to do is go talk to them and say, hey, can I buy you some French fries and practice my English for a minute? Would you mind if I buy you some French fries and then I'll practice my English with you? Okay? Many people will say no, but sometimes people say yes. All right? All right. Under the sun, when can we use that? Mona Lisa, the term under the sun is when we want to say like everything under the sun. In this case, it means like everything that exists. Okay? Everything that exists on Earth or in the world is everything under the sun. So in class today, we discussed everything under the sun. That means today in class, we talked about so many things, okay? Or maybe you're trying to lose weight and you say, I have tried everything under the sun, but nothing works, okay? What's the difference between a gift and a present? Irina, most of the time, nothing. I'm giving you a gift. I'm giving you a present. In that case, they mean the same thing. But the word present has another meaning, right? It can also mean the time, right? Present time, okay? Or to be present, meaning to be there, right? When I was a boy in class, the teacher would read your name and they'd say, Jim, present. Mark, present. Betty, present. It means I'm here. Okay? Find Chinese people in the mahjong room? Yeah. Maybe. Okay? Yeah, attendance. That's right. To attend. Okay? Sometimes present means to be in attendance. Okay? All right. It's a better way to go to the market. Mona Lisa, it's a better way to practice, period. You should practice as much as you can, any way you can. The more ways that you can practice, the better. So, how many ways do you have to practice? That's part of your problem. It's a big part of your problem. Tell me, how many of you do you think you have too many ways to practice or too few? Do you have too many ways to practice or do you have too few? If you have many ways to practice, then you will always have something to practice. And if you have many ways to practice, you will always stay more interested. If you only have one book to learn English, and that's the only thing that you're doing, is using one book, you're going to fail. You're going to be frustrated, you're going to be bored, you're going to hate it. But if you have many ways to learn, then you can stay interested. Okay? What teaching method do I prefer? The method that I'm using right now, Kyle. Kyle, if you are new, I think you must be new, you should just come and follow and watch and you'll see what my method is. My method is my method. Nobody else's method is like my method because I made my method Okay? So everything that you hear in my room comes from me, not from books or from other things. These are just my ideas. Okay? And some of them are good, some of them are not so good. Some of them, maybe you think they're great, maybe you think they're terrible. That's okay. All right? To each their own. To each their own. How do you pronounce or put emphasis when pronouncing present as a gift or present? Good question, Alejandra. So, present, a present or the present is on the front side. Present. This is a present. Okay, present. Okay, but to present something, I am now presenting something. So when you put the present, that's a noun. When you put the present, that's a verb. I'm going to present your present. Okay? I am presenting your present. Okay? When someone says it's not my cup of tea, right, no, Zane, that just means it's not my thing. I don't like this. It's not for me. Okay? I prefer something else. Okay? So maybe somebody says, did you see the new Fast and Furious movie? Did you see the new Fast and Furious movie? And I will say, no, it's not my cup of tea. Means I don't like movies like that. And I don't. I have never seen any of the Fast and Furious movies. I haven't seen one of them. Does tea also mean gossip? It can, yes, in a slang term. There are a bunch of ways that we talk about tea that can be slang. Yeah. Piece of cake means easy. Piece of cake means simple. It was a piece of cake means that was easy. Okay? When native speakers speak fast, do they pronounce the TH as in D, like a D? No, they don't. Watch. If I say, let me think. I'll give you a good sentence. Wait a minute. Excuse me. Let's see. The 33 thieves thought they thrilled the throng throughout Thursday. The 33 thieves thought they thrilled the throng throughout Thursday. The 33 thieves thought they thrilled the throng throughout Thursday. Were any of those da? No. All of them were the. The 33 thieves thought they thrilled the throng throughout Thursday. All right? So no. You must learn how to make a TH and not a D. We don't say dat. We never say dat. No. Okay? You're confused between the two. Spill the beans means to tell a secret. Okay? Piece of cake means something easy. It was simple. Okay? It's like, is eating cake hard? Is eating cake, is that difficult? Is it hard to eat cake? When somebody puts cake in front of you, is that hard? Oh, I can't eat it. It's hard. No, it's easy. Oh, piece of cake versus cup of tea. Well, those are two completely different things. PA. Piece of cake means this is easy. This is not my cup of tea means I don't like this kind of thing. I don't like this kind of thing. This is not my cup of tea. So you're from India. India is a former British colony, right? And how many kinds of tea do the British have? They have Earl Grey, and they have breakfast, right? Morning breakfast, and what are all the different kinds of tea, right? Many kinds of tea. So this guy likes Earl Grey tea only. He only drinks Earl Grey. And so now you have tea. You gave him tea, but it's not the kind of tea he likes. He doesn't like this tea. Okay, that's green tea. He doesn't like green tea. He likes Earl Grey. So he will say, oh, this is not my cup of tea. It's not the type that I like. Okay? Piece of cake just means, oh, that's easy. I can eat that. It's cake. I can eat it. It's easy. All right? There is an older meaning about piece of cake, but you don't need to know it. Don't worry about it. Okay? Don't touch your tongue on the roof of your mouth when you say TH. No, because TH, the tongue, needs to be between the teeth. Okay? The tongue is not above. No, it's between. Okay? Does the letter combination of SH have different pronunciations or only one? Actually, no. Wait a minute. No. SH has only one pronunciation. Shh. 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 Anjing. Shh. Okay? There's only one pronunciation. Shod, sash, mash, splash, mush, brush, ship, shot, shelf, smash, sham, dash, smash, shun, gush, slush, shift, shop, mesh, trash. Those are all the same. Shh, shh, shh. Okay? Pompous means arrogant. Pompous means arrogant. What types of books do I recommend to read and practice English? It depends on your level, Doris. If you are a beginner, I don't recommend books. If you are a beginner, I think you should go to this website, eslfast.com. This website has about 4,000 free short stories. They're short stories. Short stories are easy. They're quick. You can read them and you're done. 5 minutes. Okay? A book, if you're a beginner, a book will scare you too much. But a website like this is perfect for you. I did write it. ESLFast. ESLFast. ESLFAST.com. I did write it. It's right there in the chat. Shop. 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 Kyle, shop. The difference is between CH and SH. That's correct. So CH does have a few different pronunciations, but SH does not. SH is always SH, okay? But CH occasionally is different. Like, for example, the word chef. Chef is spelled C-H-E-F, but it's pronounced chef. Now, why do we do that? Because that word comes from French. That's the French way to say it. Chef. In French, the word chef means chief. It means boss. He's the boss. He's the chief. He's the chef. Okay? So there are some words where the CH is pronounced differently. Like, for example, machine. Machine. Machine is a CH, but it sounds like sh. right? CH chaotic is a k sound, right? And the word parachute is a CH spelling, but it sounds like an SH, right? Chandelier, that's another French word. Chandelier, crochet, quiche, these are all French. So many of the words that are French, the CH is pronounced like an SH, okay? But there are also many that are pronounced CH is like a hard C, like a K, right? Like chameleon, right? Okay? Now, do you know why are English words so weird? Do you know why there are so many different ways to pronounce them and spell them? Do you know why? It's because English is not one language. English is a mix of many languages. Did you know that? 60% of English comes from Latin or Greek. Maybe 30% or more comes from French. About 20% comes from German. We have many words in English that come from Hindi. We have words that come from Arabic. We have words that come from Persian. We have words that come from Spanish, Italian, Japanese, and Chinese. Okay? So that's why English is a very complicated, German too. Kindergarten, that's German. School, Schule, that's German. Book, Buch, that's German. Yeah. Okay. English is considered a Germanic language. If you look up English and you say, what kind of language is English? It's Germanic because it came from that region. Okay. It's a long story. The history of how English was created is a very long story. It's a good story, but it's a very complicated story. But that's why English is a little difficult, because there are many, many words that come from other languages. Okay? Kelly, they're not exactly, I wouldn't call them loan words. You're right, there are many loan words from English, but a loan word is like karaoke. That's a loan word. Okay? That's a Japanese word. Karaoke in Japanese means empty orchestra. But in English, we know that karaoke is when you go to the bar and you sing the song. That's a karaoke bar, right? So that's a loan word. But any English word that starts with P-R-E, or that starts with R-E, or that starts with P-R-O, or that starts with P-O-S-T, or that starts with C-O, or that starts with C-O-M, or that starts with... There are so many. These are all Latin or Greek. Why is the PN in pneumonia, why is that silent? Because pneumonia comes from Greek. Also, pneumo means your lungs. Pneumo. So that's Greek. Okay? Tsunami comes from Japanese. And in Japanese, that pronunciation, it's tsunami. Tsunami. Right? It's this TS sound, okay? Psychology comes from Greek, again. And again, in Greek, psycho, in this case, comes from, let me see. There it is. Comes from the Greek word psyche, meaning soul or your mind or your spirit. But that's the Greek way, P-S-Y. Okay? Cup versus put. Why is the K-A and the... So, finance director, that's a funny name. Why are they different? Because they are. They just are. They're different words. They come from a different place, so they have a different pronunciation. Cup is ka-uh-uh, put is pu-uh-uh. Okay? Now, I will find out why. Let me look up the word put. Put comes from Middle English putten. So the word put comes from Middle English, and the word cup comes from Latin, cuppa. In Latin, the word cuppa means something you hold things in, like a tub or a cask or a barrel. Okay, so they have a different pronunciation because they have a different origin. Okay? Do children in my country learn natural phonics? Yes, that's how we learn. We learn phonics. We do not learn phonetics. Most Americans do not know phonetics. Okay, we only know phonics. And that is the best way. Phonics teaches you the sound so that you're focusing on the sound. That means that you're trying to think about your body and the sound, and that's all. When you do phonetics, now you're thinking about, I need to look at something and see it, and then I need to imagine what that sounds like in my mind, and then I need to make that sound with my mouth. That is a much, much more complicated thing, much more difficult thing to do. Listening to a sound and then trying to make the same sound with your mouth, that's phonics. Okay? That's phonics. Yeah. In that case, like I said, guys, English comes from many, many languages. So that's part of the fun of English, but it's also why it's difficult. Okay? It's also why it's difficult. Look, Andrea wants to talk to me. Let's talk to Andrea. No, Andrea refused. Okay, Andrea was too scared. Come on! I'm bored! Ask me questions! Andrea, that's okay. If you're too scared, that's all right. You can try next time. Or maybe you made a mistake. You didn't mean to. Okay? All right. Well, if you are going to just sit there and do nothing, then I'm going to just sit here and I'm just going to dance. I'm going to do the Musk dance. This is the way Elon Musk danced, like this. The Elon Musk dance. The only dance that's better than his is the Trump dance. You want me to pronounce the word flossinaucinillahilification? Flossinaucinillahilification. I've done that one before. Talk with you and talk to you. Is there a difference? Yes, there is a difference. Sometimes. Sometimes no. Sometimes I could say, I need to talk with you, I need to talk to you. It just means the same. But there is a small difference. Talking with somebody means I'm talking with you. You're talking with me. We are talking with each other. That's a with. That means both people are involved, right? But talk to you is more like, I need to tell you something. That's not a conversation. I need to talk to you. I need to tell you something. Okay? Talk with you implies that I want to know what you think. Talk to you means I need to tell you something, but maybe I don't need anything from you. Okay? Okay? Yeah, one way and two ways. That's a good way to put it. Do children have to memorize the pronunciation rules of so many letter combinations? No, Kyle. We don't memorize them, we just learn them. And if you see them and you hear them enough, you will learn them, just like I learned Chinese. Okay? I had to learn the tones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How did I do that? How did I do that, Kyle? Same way. Practice. 熟能生巧. 熟能生巧. Okay? Mona Lisa, a synonym means a word that means the same or is similar. So it doesn't have to be the same. So, for example, if I say I feel sad, that's one thing. If I say I feel depressed, are those the same? Is depressed the same as sad? No. Depressed is different, but they're related. They're like family. They're like cousins, right? So that's what synonyms are. It means like the family of words that are related to that word. Okay? It's like a family. Some are very closely related. Some are not very closely related. Okay? Does sheer mean silly or important? Sheer, it depends on the context. The sheer audacity means the complete or the what's a good way to put it? Let me think. It means more like absolute or total. That's usually the meaning of sheer. It has more, it has other meanings, but usually when we say, he showed sheer incompetence, it means he was fully and completely stupid. Or it was a sheer coincidence that we met. A sheer coincidence means a complete coincidence, a total coincidence. Okay? Or I could say the sheer amount of traffic was overwhelming. In this case, it means a lot of. It's an intensifier. It means to make more of something. Okay, so yes, sheer madness. Okay? But sheer has a lot of different meanings. Sheer can also be a word that means thin or transparent. So she's wearing a sheer dress or something. It means partly see-through. You can see through it, okay? Or it can also mean very steep, like the sheer cliffs. The cliffs were sheer. It means they go straight down, okay? So sheer has a bunch of meanings, okay? Live and life. Those are different usages. Yeah, and they can be a little tricky because the word live has two pronunciations too. Live and live, right? It is live. I live in Cincinnati. Okay? So live 就是住在的. Where do you live? 你住在哪里? Okay? I live in blah, blah, blah. Okay? But I could say, do you like your life in China? Your life in China is not the same as you live in China. I'm asking, do you like everything every day in China? Do you like the way life is? All right? So, do you like your life in China? Is life in China good for you? That's life, okay? Where do you live? 就是你住在哪里? Okay? When you learn a new language from zero, what's my tips and tricks? I can't give them all to you. That's why I do this. I'm still trying to write a book, and one day my book will be finished, and then you can buy it and read it, and then you can know all of my tips and tricks. But I cannot tell you all of them in 1 minute. You mean when you see a word, you can pronounce each letter or combination of letters even if you've never seen it before? Yes, in most cases, Kyle. In most cases, yes, I can, for sure. It's my job as a teacher. But I think most people can, or most people will use phonics to try. Now, because English words are tricky, like French, like the many, like there's a word in English. Do you know this word? Ennui. Ennui. It's pronounced ennui, but it's spelled E-N-N-U-I. That's a French word. Okay? And ennui one moment, hold on. There it is. So ennui is like this feeling that's like a feeling of dissatisfaction, like you're not happy with it, you're unhappy. It's like unhappiness in a way, right? It's a feeling of ennui, all right? But again, how would many people, if they saw this word, many native speakers will see that word and they don't know how to pronounce it. Okay? What's another good one? There are many French words. Kyle, the French words are often the words that give people trouble in English, okay? There are lots of words in French, like the word café. Café is a French pronunciation. The English pronunciation would be cafe. C-A-F-E should be cafe, but it's café, right? That's French. So there are a bunch of words like that, okay? The French words are often the most troublesome. Okay. Buffet, that's a French word. Yeah. Yeah. Lots of words in French that end with E-T. The T is not pronounced. Okay. Okay. Next question. Let's see. I mean, each and every word we have to use in the correct situation. Well, yeah. But you'll find out what the correct situation is. Mona Lisa, sometimes you use a word the wrong way, and then you'll find out the right way. All right? It's okay. Two Broke Girls is good level for B1. I've never really seen the show, so I don't know, but okay. And it's in English, it's actually called Two Broke Girls, not broken. Broke means no money. Two broke girls means they have two girls with no money. Okay? Can I analyze the words harmony, melody, and syntony, or do you mean symphony? So harmony and melody. Melody is let's start with melody. Melody is the song. That's the song, right? So when I sing, row, row, row your boat gently down the stream, that's the melody, right? But if you sing here, row, row, row your boat, and I sing here, row, row, row your boat gently down the stream, that's called harmony. You're singing here, no, let me think. Row, 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 row your boat, 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 row, row, row your boat. Those are harmonies, right? I'm choosing the next triad up. It's, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4 steps, 4 half steps. 4 half steps on a keyboard. Okay? Now, the last word you said, I'm not sure what you're trying to say. Sintani there is a word called Sintan, but that's a very specific thing, so I think that's not what you're talking about. But symphony, a symphony is a group that performs together, right? And the word symphony comes from the word symphonic. Symphony, let's see, symphonia, comes from Greek. Yeah, symphonia, meaning harmony or a concord of sounds. So the word symphony now means a group of people that perform together to make harmony and melody. That's a symphony, okay? And in this case, the syn part, S-Y-N, means together, and the phony part means phone, which means sound. So symphony means together to make sound. Okay? Life has two meanings as well. Yeah, in Chinese. Yeah, you're right. I should have said that. Yeah, that's true. Hippopotamonstro esquipeda, no, esquipeda allophobia. Yeah. So hippo means horse, pato means river, monstro means great or monstrous. Esqui means to write, I think. Esqui, I think means to write. Peda means with children, and phobia means a fear of. Phony means sound. Yes, that's correct. Yeah, phone, P-H-O-N-E, like microphone, telephone. Phone means sound. It comes from the Greek word that means sound. Okay? Syn, S-Y-M, comes from the Latin Greek that, or actually, I think it's just Latin, that means together. S-Y-N means something together. Okay? Yeah, it's a fear of long words, but that's why it's funny, because it's just a bunch of it's a bunch of small words put together to make a big long word. So it's actually not that scary, if you know what I know. Is the long word that you read a French loan word? Which word? I don't know which word you're talking about. What's the difference between proximity and vicinity? Let me think about that. Ooh, that's a tricky one. I think I'm going to have to look at the etymology to find the difference. Proximal. Proximity comes from the Latin word proximitatem, or something like that. Proximitatem, that's it. Proximitatis, meaning nearness or vicinity. And then, what's the other one? Vicinity. So, what I would say is, Daffy, the difference between proximity and vicinity. That is a hard one. Right. Okay. So vicinity means within a surrounding area or neighborhood, right? So he's in the vicinity means he's in the area. Okay? Proximity means close to you or something else. So you could say, what is his proximity to you? And that means how close is he to you? What is his proximity to that tree? Means how close is he to that tree? Okay, so vicinity means, is he in the area? Okay, he's in the vicinity of that neighborhood, means he's in the area of that neighborhood. Proximity is more like close to a point, some point. It could be you, or it could be another thing. Okay? Oh, that word. Is it from French? No, it's not from French. That's from Greek and Latin, Kelly. That's from Greek and Latin. All of those little words. So when I see that big long word, I don't see one big long word. I see a bunch of small words. The word hippo, like hippopotamus, right? What is a hippopotamus, everybody? What is a hippopotamus? It's an animal, right? But hippo means horse, and potamus means river. So hippopotamus means river horse. That's what hippopotamus means, okay? And then, let's see, monstro. Anything that's monstro is like a monster. It's big, it's great, it's scary, okay? Esque, let's see. Okay, so here we go. Esquipedalayo. Yeah, so that means... Oh, wow, look at that. That's actually not what I thought it meant. Sesquipedalio. Sesquipedalio. Wow, look at that. Okay. So I thought it was actually related to the word esque, not sesque. So I was wrong about something. It happens. So in this case, hippo means river. I'm sorry, hippo means horse or something very big. Pato monstro means river monster. Sesquipedalio means a very long word. And then phobia means fear. So when you put those together, hippo, pato monstro, sesquipedalio phobia, it means extreme fear of long words. Anti-disestablishmentarianism. It's not that hard. How can you put forward your opinion along with that? How can I put across? Sanu, I don't know what that means. You want to put forward your opinion, then say what you think. Putting forward your opinion, that means just speak. I have to be a graduate of the geography department. No, I started learning Latin when I was 15. I started learning Latin when I was 15, and I suck at Latin. I'm terrible at Latin. I cannot speak Latin, but Latin taught me about this. Latin taught me about how many English words come from Latin and Greek and French and German and all this. Okay? Can I explain the word? I can, but why? Okay, I'll tell you what, Toto, if you tell me why you want me to explain that word, then I will explain that word. Some long place names have special meanings. Well, probably. Yeah, more than likely they do. Why are there so many complex words? Kelly, because language is a living thing, Kelly. The language, English is still growing. English is still new. It's still living. So every year there are new words. Okay? So it's an old language and it's got a lot of words. It's a very popular language. So because it's popular and because it's old, it has a lot. It has a lot of content. That's all. Okay? And again, pneumo ono ultra microscopic silico volcano oconiosis. It's not that hard. Pneumo means heart. Ono means, or no, pneumo ono means lungs. Sorry, not heart. Pneumo ono means lungs. Ultra means beyond. Micro means small. Microscopic means small. Silico means part of silicon or something about silicon. Volcano means about volcanoes or something volcanic. And oconiosis means something that's a disease or sickness. So when you see that word, you see a big long word. When I see that word, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 words. Okay? No. 如果我可以学中文，你可以学英文。加油！All right. Still nobody is raising their hand to talk to me. I scare people, apparently. I scare you. Do I scare you? I'm a scary guy. I know, I'm a very scary guy. How do you pronounce these long words while eating? You don't. You don't talk and eat at the same time. All right? Lena wants to talk to me. Oh. Hello, Lena.
Hello.
How are you?
Hello. I'm fine, thank you.
Good. And you are in China where?
The west part of China in Xinjiang.
Ah, cool. Maybe a few months ago, I went to a restaurant. It's about an hour away from where I live, but my nephew goes to school near there, and so we ate at this restaurant. It's a Xinjiang restaurant, and we had Xinjiang food. It was delicious. It was so good. I've had Chinese food. I've had all kinds of Chinese food, but I had never had Xinjiang food before. And this was the first time I had it. It was so good and so different. Very, very, very different than the other Chinese food. So yummy. Very. It had a.
Where is
Go ahead.
restaurant? Where is that restaurant? Are you in China or?
No, I'm in the United States. So this restaurant is I live in Cincinnati, Ohio. 这是俄亥州，就是在美国中部. Okay? And there's a small city called Oxford, Ohio, and my nephew goes to university there. There's a university called Miami University. He goes to school there, and they have a restaurant there in that little town, and it's a Xinjiang restaurant, and it's really delicious. Yeah.
Amazing, unbelievable.
Yeah.
I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Xinjiang restaurant in UK.
Let me show you. Hold on. Let me see. I'll show you pictures of the place. Let's see. Xinjiang restaurant in Oxford.
Oxford.
Yeah, it's the name of the city is Oxford, but it's not UK. This is America. There's a small city called Oxford in my state. It's not in the UK. So this place is called Arman Uyghur Cuisine. Arman Uyghur.
Oh.
And I'll show you. Let me show you. Let me see. Do they have a website? Where's the website? There it is. Well, let's just look at this and see if I can find it here.
It's really interesting.
Can you see this?
This is my first time I heard about this restaurant. Armen
Uyghur.
Oh yeah.
Does that look right to you? What's that look like? That's crispy tofu. And let's see what else do they have. Let's see what else do they have. Let me see what. Here's lagman. Lagman. That's what I had. Lagman.
Yes.
Yeah, so good. Yeah. And
Xinjiang people like noodles.
Yeah, oh yeah, me too. Yeah, they're great. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, it was delicious. So delicious. It had a very different flavor. It had a lot of cumin in it. I always forget how to say that in Chinese. 就是那个小茴香，你知道吗？自然的。
I don't know.
自然有自然的口味。
Yes.
Yeah. It was so special, very, very unique. Yeah, I liked it. Very good. And I love noodles.
We use a lot that when we cook the naan and there's some barbecue, we often use that.
Yeah, and it's very interesting because that flavor, 孜然, in English we call it cumin. It's a very important flavor in Mexican food. 墨西哥的食物.
Oh.
Yeah, so when I first tried this, I was like, wait a minute, this is really interesting. It's kind of like Chinese food, but it has that cumin flavor. So it made me feel like it's like Chinese with a little bit of Mexican cumin flavor in it. It was like, wow, that's very special. Very special. Yeah. So Lena, tell me, what can I do for you today? Do you have a question for me or something I can help you with?
So I have some question about learning English.
Okay.
Yes. Even if I am an English teacher, but sometimes I can't insist on learning English, and I can't make conversation with a foreigner so freely, so comfortably. Sometimes my mind is empty. I can't organize this sentence and words.
Okay. And how many times have you tried that? How many times have you done that? 10 times, 20 times, 100 times?
Very seldom.
Right.
Maybe 10 times in a year.
Right. Okay. So what that means is you're not comfortable, right?
Yes.
Now, why are you not comfortable?
Confident.
Yeah, but if I only rode a bike 10 times, then will I be confident?
No. No, you can't.
That's right. That's right. So do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, so I needed to practice enough, right?
You do, but then that becomes tricky because how do you practice? Because you live in China. So how can you practice all the time, right?
Yeah.
So
We don't have an English environment, especially the west part of China.
okay.
There, I can't meet any foreign people.
OK，可是现在我住在美国，可是每天我可以练习中文。
How do you practice your Chinese? How do you practice it without living in China? With your brain?
每天我想中文。
Oh, you just think about it in Chinese.
对，今天
That's
今天我需要说什么？哦，今天我需要去商店买东西啊，我需要买什么东西啊？这个东西就是太贵了，为什么就是非常贵
Right, interesting.
？So
That's great.
Every day, I just think everything in Chinese.
Everything. You can do that.
No, I can't do everything, but if I find something that I can't do, 这是我的功课. That's my homework.
That's great.
So 每天我可以看这个中文怎么说，这个中文怎么说，这个中文怎么说。我不知道哦，我需要写这是功课。
Oh.
Understand?
So,
everybody for everybody
yes.
who doesn't understand Chinese, what I just said was every day I say, how do you say that in Chinese? How do you say that in Chinese? How do you say that in Chinese? And if I don't know, I write it down, and that's my homework.
Oh, that is your homework.
Yeah. And this is a
Oh.
great way because now you're not learning words from your book. You're not learning just some words. You're learning the words that are like your life. Everything that you see. Can you talk about that? Can you talk about that? Can you talk about that? So 明天如果你很饿，你需要想 I'm hungry. 明天你
I'm hungry.
Yeah. 如果你很累，你需要想 I'm tired. All right?
I'm tired.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes, I really.
So, Lena, you have to think about it like languages are like water. And you need to swim.
Water.
You have to swim in that water, right? So right now, you're swimming in Chinese water all the time. So you're very comfortable in the Chinese water, but you never get into the English pool. You never get into that water, so you're not comfortable over there.
Yeah. Yes.
So you have to
I
go
don't feel.
jump in. And yes, you can read to practice, and you can write to practice, and you can speak to practice, and you can listen to practice. But you can also think.
Thinking. Just think.
Yes, because
But-
if you can think it, then you can say it. So this is your mind is a language practice room, and you can go into your mind and you can say, can I say this or not? Do I know how to say this? Let me try. And if I say it and it's wrong, who cares? So, Lena, my Chinese is wrong a lot. Do you know why? Because I taught myself. I taught myself Chinese.
You talk to yourself.
So that means that sometimes the way I say it is not the way you say it. But you still understand me. So I don't care. All right? I don't care if it's not perfect. I only care if it's just if you understand. And maybe I'll get better in time. I'll improve. I'll learn the right way in time. But if I just play with it right now, when you think in English, if you learn how to think in the language, then you can start to feel like you can play with it. But if you can't think about it, then how can you play with it?
Yes.
Right? Playing with it is when you can play with it, that's when you know you're relaxed, right? You can play with it, you can have fun with it, you're relaxed, you're comfortable. So that's why you have to reach that point. You have to reach the play stage. The play stage of learning is when you can play with it, have fun, and that's when you can be comfortable, and that's when you'll feel like you're making progress. Okay? But thinking is really important for language. Okay? Thinking is really important for language.
Yes, it's
All right?
it's still very, very hard.
It is. And again, in the beginning, it will be very hard. When I started doing this, it was so hard because I didn't know anything. But after you do it for maybe 6 months or so, after a few months, you'll start to feel much more comfortable. Okay? But in the beginning, I just want you to think about simple things. Don't think about anything complicated or difficult. Just think about simple things. Try to find all the simple things in life that you can say in Chinese and then say them in English. Can you do that? Can you say, I'm hungry, I'm tired, I'm happy, I'm sad, I want this, I don't want this, I need this, I don't need this, I will like this, I don't like this? Can you say all these simple things in English? Make sure you can. Then you can start working on the more complicated things, but just start with simple. You know?
Start with simple.
Yeah, like the weather. You can talk about the weather every day in your mind. I do it every day. 今天的天气就是很好的天气。今天的 it's it's spring now. It's like, oh, this is nice, right? So that's what I do. I just try to find a chance. I try to find a way to use my Chinese.
Wow, that's amazing.
Okay,
You are so great.
don't, language is funny because language never stops. You're always thinking, you're always using language. So language is something that you practice all the time. So
All the time.
yeah, so that's why this is actually, it's not that hard to learn to do. You just have to start. The beginning is always hard. The beginning of learning how to think in English or think in any language is always hard. But once you start to feel like you can, then it gets a lot easier.
Yeah.
Okay?
Maybe the beginning is hard and the process is maybe gets easier and easier.
It does.
Comfortable.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. It just takes time. Okay?
Ay. Yes,
So-
it needs time. It takes time.
Yeah. But you sound
So,
good, Lena. You sound good. Your English sounds fine. You just need to keep working on it.
Thank you. I can just talk in some simple sentence and words.
Okay, but you know what? Simple language always works. Complicated language does not always work. Okay?
Really?
And there is also a rule. There's a rule that's true in language and it's also true in music. I'm a musician, if you didn't know that. I'm a drummer. And in music, we have a rule, and this is the same rule in language. Please listen, everybody. In language, simple language used well is always better than complicated language used poorly. So
yeah.
if you say simple words really well, that's always better than you're trying to use big words and it's not working.
Yes, it doesn't work.
That's right. So,
Really.
so guys,
So the
here, when I teach, most of the time when I teach here, I use simple language. Why? Because I'm a teacher. And my job
yes.
is to try to explain things to everyone. So if I use language that only some people know, then not everybody will understand. So I use language that everyone can understand.
Understand. Yeah. So I have another question.
Okay?
Because I teach in rural area, and the students are very how do you say it? They are learning English is tough for them. So every time in classroom, some of them can understand me, some of them can't follow me and can't read the text, can't remember this English new words.
Do you know why?
I don't know.
I'll tell you why. Because when I lived in Taiwan for 4 years and I taught English over there. And I remember that I asked my students one time, I said, why are you learning English? And the students said, well, because my parents want me to. And then I said, well, why do your parents want you to? And they said, well, because they want me to get good grades in school. And I said, well, why do they want you to get good grades? And they said, well, they want me to get into a good school, get into a good college. And why do they want you to get into a good college? Because they want me to get a good job. And why do they want you to get a good job? Because they want me to have a family, you know? But guess what? Guess what, Lena? Almost all students, they all said that. All of them said that same answer. And do you know why they don't care? Because they're not doing it for themselves. They don't know why they're doing it. Nobody asked them. Nobody said, hey, why do you want to learn English? Nobody asked them. They just told them you need to do it. So guess what, Lena? The first thing you should do is you should go into your class and you should ask everybody. I want you to have them write a paper in Chinese, not in English. And I want you to say, why are you climbing this mountain? Everyone can climb a mountain, right? If I see a mountain, anybody can climb it, but everyone will climb the mountain better if they have a reason. Right? If you don't know why you're going up the mountain, then you're not going to go up very well. But if your mom is sick at the top of that mountain, then you're going to get up there. Right?
Yeah.
So motivation is one of the most important parts of learning. But in school, no one asks the kids anything about why. And the kids only think that they're doing it because their parents said they should. And nobody asked them or told them or explained anything to them about how English could help them. English could help. Yeah, you're right. English can help you get in college. English can help you get a better job. But English can also help you play your video games more, to have more fun, Or English can help you travel. Let's say you want to go to the United States for fun. That's English. Use it for travel. Or English can help you. Maybe you like to read stories about dragons, but this guy only writes in English. So now you can read his books. Right?
Yeah.
So the point is if you want a student to do something, then you need to tell them. You need to ask them, do you know why you're learning this? Do you know why you're here? Do you understand what we're doing? And if they don't know, then they need to think about it. How will English help me? How will it help me? How could it help me? What could it do for me? Right? So you need to sit there, you need to go in and you need to tell your students, I want you to write one page, just one page in Chinese and tell me, why should you learn English? Why would English help you personally? And not about jobs, not about school. I mean, your life, your goals, the things that you are interested in. Maybe they like American TV shows and movies. Well, you can watch them and enjoy them much more if you know English. Right?
Yes.
So, once again, everybody, anyone can climb a mountain. But if you have a good reason, you'll climb it better. Okay?
Right.
So this is the first thing that a teacher should know. A teacher should know, do the students know why they're here? Do the students understand what they're doing here? What's the purpose? How does this help them? Okay?
Yeah. Right.
So start with that and then see what happens, okay? And remind them that the future is open and English is going to be part of that future. Okay?
Yeah.
And you can tell them, like, look, you met an American who speaks Chinese. If you know Chinese and you know English, think about what opportunities are available for you in the world.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, knowing Chinese, that's a big language. There's a lot of business. You could do a lot of business if you know Chinese. But if you know English and Chinese, wow. That's a lot more people. Right?
Yes,
so
a lot more people.
That's right. So Lena, just try to remind your students and ask them, what are you doing this for? Why are you doing this? Okay?
Okay, that's good suggestion for me.
All right.
I will try.
And Lena, a lot of teachers do come here and watch me because they do think, for some reason, they think that I'm a little different than most of the teachers. Because I am. Because I didn't learn how to teach the way most people do. I learned how to teach by teaching. I just did it. So I just learned. I didn't go to school for it. I just started teaching when I was 18. So
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've been teaching a long time. I don't know how old you are, but I've been teaching since 1994.
94.
Yeah,
Really? It's
yeah,
a long time.
it is a
Almost,
long time. Yeah,
almost more than 30 years, maybe.
yeah. I started teaching when I was 18. Yeah,
Oh, you are there's the teacher.
yeah. That's one thing I do have is experience. Yeah. So, okay,
Yes.
Lena, I'm going to let you go. I think Jessica wants to raise her hand and come talk to me too. So I'm going to let you go, but it was nice to talk to you. Come back and see me again, okay?
Thank you so much inviting me for the stage.
You're welcome. Take care, Lena. Bye bye.
Take care. Bye bye.
Okay, let's see. Jessica. And then I see Kasahun and Ali Abdel, but you have to be patient and wait, please. Hello, Jessica.
Oh, hello, my teacher.
How are you?
I'm good. I really want to learn English. Because I think the English can help me to talk to around the world people. It is the first important things. And I also want to learn English. Help me to get a PhD degree. It
Okay.
is very important things too.
Okay.
And also, I think the English can make me feel a different culture and maybe around the world to travel something. Yes.
Okay,
So I want you to help me.
All right, but 现在你会说英文?
What? You're so funny. What?
You already speak English. You're talking English right now.
No, I'm just learning by myself. You know.
Okay, but you're speaking to me, and you have no problem. 没有问题.
No, I have a lot of problems.
Okay.
For example.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
For example, what? For example, what?
Yeah, for
Tell me.
example, I need to have a iOS test. It is must do the things. It is very hard to me.
I know.
For
Okay,
me.
I understand.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to tell you is you can speak English. So you said you want to learn English. You are speaking English. You know English. English is it's not perfect yet, but you know it. Okay? So when you learn a language, it's kind of like learning a musical instrument, like the piano, right? So right now you've been playing the piano, but you've been playing for just a few years. So you can play, but not great. Right? You can play,
Yeah.
but just not great yet, okay? So
Yes.
and when you learn a musical instrument, are you ever finished learning the piano? No. Nobody ever says like, "Oh, I'm done. I learned the piano. I'm finished now." Nobody ever says that, right? And the same thing is true with the language. You're never ever done with a language. So it's stupid to think about like, "Oh, I want to finish." Don't think about finishing cuz there is no finish. Okay? But the first two things that you said, that you want to speak English and you want to travel and you want to use it for things, that you can do that now. The level that you have now, you can do that now. Okay? You need to keep working on it, and you can. But those two things you can already do. The other one you mentioned, PhD, that's different. PhD level English is C1, C2 level English, and that is very difficult. Like,
Yeah.
let me see. Where's that book? I have a book here somewhere. What did I do with that book? Wait a minute.
Yeah, I will with you.
I just had a vocabulary book here a minute. Oh, there it is, right here.
Okay.
So this is Barron's Essential Words for the GRE. Do you know what the GRE is, everybody?
Yeah.
Do you want to tell them what's the GRE?
I don't know, to be honest. Maybe it is like some test, English test.
This is the GRE is the test for graduate school. To go to graduate school. So if you want to go to graduate school, then you should take the GRE test. Okay? And the words in here are difficult words like nonplussed and nostalgia and let's see. Heterodox and hermetic and hieroglyphics and histrionics and homeostasis and harrowing. Now, this book right here, this book, so just so
Can you show me again?
yeah,
Can you show me again?
yeah.
Uh,
Barron's Essential Words for the GRE. Okay. Now this book is very old. This book is actually from my ex-girlfriend. And she was from Taiwan, and she was studying to go to graduate school in the United States. So this was the book that she used. And yeah, you can even see her notes are still here. But why am I telling you that? Because I want you to see it's possible. You can do it, but it is hard. Okay, she was very, very smart. She was a smart girl, and she studied hard, and she worked hard. I mean, I saw how much she worked at it, and she worked at it harder than most natives do. But that's what you have to do if you want to really be good. All right. So, yeah. So I'm just telling you that because I want you to understand that PhD graduate level English, that's very difficult English, but you can do it. However, Jessica, if you were listening to me earlier, then I was talking about how languages are like pools of water, right? And to become very good in one language, you have to spend a lot of time in that water. You can't get out of the water. You have to stay in that water, right? So if I want to learn Chinese, then I need to stay in the Chinese water as much as I can. So I try to think in Chinese. I try to read Chinese and write and listen, right? That's staying in the Chinese water. And the more I do that, the more comfortable I will get, right? Same thing for you. You have to stay in the English water. And that means you have to immerse yourself in as many ways as you can, right? So reading, yeah, you need to read English. You need to write English. You need to be listening to English, right? You need to be speaking whenever you can, right? And for your level, you need to have purpose. You can't just say, oh, I need to practice speaking. No, you need to write down a topic. Like, I'm going to talk about American culture, or I'm going to pick a topic and I'm going to talk about something, because at your level you have to practice difficult things. And if you don't have a specific idea, then you won't practice difficult things. You'll just do simple things. Okay. But if you can choose an idea and say, I'm going to work on my English about science, my science English, or my history English, or something like that, right? So, it's about spending time, all right? And for me, the secret that I learned, or the one trick that I know, is that the big problem most people have is that they change the language of their mind.
Yeah.
They don't have an English mind. So they can speak English, but they have to think about it first. They can write English, but they have to think about it first. They can listen, but they have to translate. They can read, but they have to think about it. But when I speak Chinese, I'm thinking in Chinese. I'm not translating.
I know what you mean.
Okay? Yeah, you have to skip that. Like, if I speak to you, and every time I speak to you, you have to think, oh, funny, translate, right? That's too slow. It's too slow. Then you get nervous. Then you get like, I don't know what to say, right? So what I tell people is, it's kind of like, if you're not thinking in English all the time, then it's kind of like you took your English and you put it in a box, and you walk over and you open the closet and you put your English in the closet and you close the door. Now your English is sitting in the closet. It's not doing anything. You're not practicing it. It's not doing anything at all. And then I come up to you and I say, oh, hello, Jessica. And then you go, oh, no, my English. I have to go get my English. Let me go get my English. And I got to dust it off. Oh, and now I can't remember. How do I use my English, right? Because you put it away. You put it away because, why did you put it away? You put it away because you thought, I can't practice it because there are no people here. But I practice Chinese every day in the United States. And I don't need to speak to anybody.
Wow, you talking with yourself?
Yeah, I just think in Chinese.
I also do this. To be honest.
Okay,
I
good.
also do this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good. That's the biggest secret that you can have. The more time you spend with English here, then you'll get a lot more comfortable. Okay? If you're not comfortable in your mind, then how can you be comfortable in your mouth? Right? So that's the secret, is just start with simple things. Simple things. I tell everybody, simple. Just whatever you're going to think tomorrow in your language, anything that's simple. Can you say that in English instead? Right? So if it's hot, can you say it's hot in English? If you're tired, can you say that in English? If you're hungry, can you say that in English? If you have things to do, can you say that in English? And if you can't, okay.
Write down?
Yeah, that's your homework. Okay?
Oh.
So I started this a long time ago. I lived in Taiwan for 4 years, and when I was living there, I was learning Chinese, but very slowly. But I did learn some, okay? And then in 2020, I came home to visit my family because I had been gone, and then COVID happened. And my life got destroyed in Asia. I had to come back home because now COVID happened, right? And I got very worried. Oh no, I'm gonna lose my Chinese. Oh no, like I spent all this time, and now I'm gonna lose it all. So that's when I remembered. Wait a minute. Wait, I'm a drummer. I play drums, and if you play drums, sometimes I want to play the drums at night. I want to, but can I? No. My neighbors will not be very happy if I play drums at night. Okay? So I do play drums.
In my mind, yeah.
So I have always, as a musician, musicians, we make music up here all the time. And so then I remembered, well, wait a minute. If I can do that with music, why can't I do that with Chinese? So all I did was just every day I wake up and 这个中文怎么说?这个中文怎么说?这个中文怎么说?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a good way.
That's it. And it is a good way because when you learn in a book, the words don't really mean anything to you. They're book words. They're not your words. But when you do it this way, this is your world. You're defining your world. You're saying, how do I say that in English? How do I say that in English? I don't know. Let me find out. That's much more useful because that's really your world.
Yes.
That's practical.
All the world. In my mind.
That's right. Yeah. Okay?
But I want to know something. If you can teach me with English, I need to learn how long time?
Well,
With the IELTS test?
okay, so people ask me this all the time. Just yesterday, another student from China, she asked about she was asking about lessons. But she kept saying things like, how long does it take to practice to study for the IELTS? How long before I can speak well?
Yeah.
How do I know that? How do I know how long it's going to take you? I don't know. I can't predict the future.
Me. I want to say maybe you see a lot of students at a different level. Maybe you know a lot about maybe 1 month or 3 months. You can tell me. Oh no, you are very stupid. Maybe you need 10 years. It's okay, you know.
Okay, so in a general sense, sure. Like I can do that. Yeah, in a general sense, I can say you're doing great. You sound great. You sound comfortable. You sound relaxed. You're listening well. So I think that you have work to do, but you are in a very good place. You're in a very good place to work. Okay, so that's good. But yes, you're right. There are some people that maybe I have to tell them 10 years.
Me? I need 10 years? Oh my God.
Not you, but I'm trying to tell you, sometimes I tell people 10 years. Do you know why? Because if you're thinking about the end of the race, then you're not running as hard as you can. if you're thinking about the end, then you are not pushing yourself as much as you can because you're just thinking about the end. But in learning, there is no end. There is no end. So then it's a silly thing to do, to think about how long does it take to get to the end. There is no end.
I know what you mean. Just do it.
Yeah, just do it. That's right. And Jessica, another thing that I have learned, many years I've been teaching, many people, they come here and they say, how can I learn English fast? How can I learn English fast? So last year they asked me, how can I learn English fast? And last month they asked me, how can I learn English fast? And last week they asked me, how can I learn English fast? And today they asked me, how can I learn English fast? But do you know what they didn't do? They didn't start.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah. And that happens to me every single day. People come here and they ask, how can I learn English fast? And they never start.
Yeah.
They never start. Yes, 10 years. It takes 10 years. Just start. Just start. Stop looking at the end. You know, sometimes when you walk, if you're walking very, very far, it's a very far distance, you don't look there. You look there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You just put one foot in front of the other. And you just keep moving, right? You don't want to think about how far it is because then you'll quit.
Yes,
Okay.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if you're asking how long it takes, you're asking the wrong questions.
Yeah.
You know?
Step by step.
Yeah, step by step. And don't think about how long it will take.
Mm-hmm.
Learning a language is more like learning how to express yourself well. So the longer that you do it, the better you'll be able to express yourself. Okay? So in the beginning, yeah, it's hard. But the more you do it, the easier it gets, the more fun it becomes. That's why language and music are very, very similar. Because in the beginning, when you learn music, there's so much to learn, all the notes, and how do I do all these notes and all these chords together? But once you know them, musicians, then we can have fun. Then we make music. It's so fun. It's so amazing. Language is exactly the same. Once you reach a certain level where you can play with it, then it becomes, it's not work and it's not something difficult. It's something enjoyable. It's play. So
yeah, I'm very enjoyable with English.
Good.
Now.
That's great. The more you can enjoy it, the better. Yeah. Okay.
You know, in my mind, with my one life, maybe I will learn English with my whole day. But I need to focus on IELTS test, so I need to
Oh no.
do something.
Oh, okay. You need to do something for the IELTS test. Yes.
Maybe
Okay. So let
do
me get.
something special, translate, do something.
Let me give you my advice about the IELTS or the TOEFL test. Okay. So for everybody, this is the
I need
advice
it.
I give for everybody. One, you need at least 6 months to 1 year to study, to prepare. Okay. If some people come to me and they tell me, I'm taking the IELTS test in 2 weeks. Can you help me? No, I cannot. I cannot help you. If you only have 2 weeks, I can't help you. All right. But if you have 6 months or you have a year, I can help you. All right. Then you need good materials. Now, a long time ago, I always said that books were the best thing. So that same company I was talking about, this company, Barron's, they make great stuff, Barron's. There's also Cambridge and Kaplan. Kaplan is another company that makes good materials. So any one of those companies, Cambridge, Kaplan, or Barron's, you could buy the IELTS books or the TOEFL books for them, and they'll be great, I promise. But you also can do courses online. And sometimes the online courses are better because a book can get old, but a course stays updated.
Yeah.
Right? So sometimes if you want to learn business English, don't buy a book. Get the course online because the book is going to be old next year. So you don't know if the stuff in that book is still true. Right? But in a course, the course will stay updated, so it should be current. Okay. And then the next thing is most students don't focus on their weaknesses. Most students focus on their strengths. So most students, the things that you're not good at, that's what you need to practice, but nobody does. Because when you practice the things that are difficult, it makes you feel bad. Like, oh, this is hard. This is really hard. I
know.
can't do this. So that's why we don't do that. Instead, we say, oh, I'm good at speaking. I'm going to practice speaking because I'm good at that. And that makes me feel good. So I'm going to keep doing that. But that's not what you need.
Yes.
You cannot get better if you keep working on the things that you're already good at.
I know what you mean. Like me, I'm very bad with write English, so I need to practice and focus on this.
That's right. Yeah.
It's
That's right.
difficult things.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. And then, if you can get a teacher, they have teachers who are, like I'm a teacher, but I'm not a specific IELTS or TOEFL teacher. But they have teachers that are specific for IELTS and TOEFL, and that's great. If you can afford that, then do that. And then one other thing that I tell people is, if you can, take it more than one time. I know it's expensive and it's difficult and it takes time, but this is why I'm going to tell you, you need to take it twice. Because if you go in the first time you take it, if you go in and already I'm going to take this test again. I'm going to take it again. So don't worry. Whatever happens, happens. You'll be more relaxed. And guess what? If you're more relaxed, you'll probably do better.
I know, maybe.
So it's kind of a funny thing. Sometimes you have to tell yourself, don't worry, I'm going to take it again. I'm just going to go in and relax and just do the best I can and see what happens. And usually that means that you're actually more relaxed, more calm, so you'll answer better. You'll do better. Okay? And then maybe you don't need to take it again at all. Because you just tricked yourself. But
Yeah, I know.
But if it didn't work, okay, fine. Now you have experience. You took it once. Now you can take it again. You can work on it again. You can practice again. You can figure out, oh, I didn't do well on this part of the test. Let me focus on that. Right? Mm-hmm. And then there's one last thing I tell people, which is that the TOEFL and the IELTS test, all of these tests, there is one thing that does make them more difficult than many tests. They have a time limit.
Yes.
And you have to learn how to answer.
Fast.
Yeah, you have to answer questions in a time limit. So this is why I have an advantage, because I love to cook. And when you cook, cooking is an activity that requires you to balance your time. Like, I have 4 things going at the same time. Yeah. So I have to make sure that I watch this one, and this one takes 15 minutes, but this one only takes 2. And this one takes 25 minutes, but this one only takes 5. Right? And you have to think about, what do I need to do? I need to prep. I need to make the vegetables here. Right? So cooking is this wonderful way to practice thinking about time limits. Right? And any kind of activity that you can do under a time limit is a good way to practice. Like, just say, I'm going to clean my room in 15 minutes. Like, this is just it's teaching your brain. You're training your brain to think about a time limit. Yeah. And this is something that we don't do. We don't do that. Yeah. So that's why cooking is a great thing to learn, because cooking teaches you that coordination of time. How to coordinate your time and organize your time and think about your time. Do I have enough time for this or not? Yeah. So that's what I would say is these are all my general tips. Okay, these are all the general tips, because if I don't know you, then I can't really give you real tips for you. I can only give general tips.
Wow, so nice. So nice. It is a big secret for me. I think I will try. Firstly, I will try learn cooking and learn English, and to have a IELTS test.
Yeah, they're good. Yeah. And
Sorry.
cooking is something everybody should learn. It's just
No,
something.
I'm very bad with this. Yeah, to be honest, I can't do anything cooking, but I'm learning now.
Well, then learn. Because cooking is in my opinion, cooking is something everyone should learn. Everyone. I don't care
Okay.
who you are, everyone should learn. Why? Because if you don't know how to cook, then everything you eat was made by someone else.
Yes.
And that
So
means
sometimes
you
it is
don't know
very
what it is. Yeah, you don't know what you're putting into your body. You have no idea what you're putting in. Okay? And then on top of that, cooking is wonderful because cooking teaches you about cultures, right? You can learn many different kinds of foods. Cooking teaches you about food. It teaches you about nutrition. It teaches you about science. Guess what? When I cook, I rarely use recipes. I don't really use recipes. I just
Wow.
know this will do this. I know the science of cooking.
Wow.
If you know the science of cooking, then you can cook. Okay? Like, wait, I'm going to show you a book that I have. Wait.
Okay, another book. Marco teacher is so funny. Yes. Wow, a lot of people speaking. The best way if you have an opportunity to listen to people who speak well, it would be
Okay.
yeah.
I have 3 books I'm going to show you. And
Three. Oh my god.
I read these books a long time ago, and after I read these books, I didn't need any recipes. After I read these, okay? So here's the first one is called Molecular Gastronomy.
Okay.
So gastronomy
What's that?
gastronomy means the science of cooking. Okay, and
Science cooking? Oh
yeah,
my god.
molecular
So nice,
means
but
molecules, like science, right? Then I have another
I
one.
can learn cooking and also can learn English.
Here's this one here on food and cooking, the science and lore of the kitchen. And look, this is a big one. It's a big book.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
It's a very big book. But look, you
Very
see,
big book.
you know, I've read it.
Oh.
I've read it many times. I've read this book. And then
Wow.
this one too. The Keys to Good Cooking.
The keys to cook. Maybe I need this.
Yeah, this is a good one. This is written by the same guy as this book here. And these are the books. If you go to study cooking, if you learn to be a chef, this is what they make you read.
I will find this book with booking with something.
The name of the guy who wrote it is Harold McGee, McGee. Harold McGee.
Yeah.
He's the
I
guy
have
who
the
wrote
picture.
those
I will
books.
find this.
Yeah. Okay. So
You're
yeah.
so cute,
So
smart teacher.
cooking. I love cooking because cooking is such a great art. It's such a wonderful thing to explore. It's a gift. It's a gift. When you learn how to cook, you can have a gift for anyone, anytime. I can cook
Yeah.
something for you and you'll be like, wow, that was amazing. That was delicious. And you'll feel like I did something special for you. Right? And that's what
Yes.
that's what we say in English. We say if you want to know how much someone loves you, watch how they cook for you.
Maybe I can love anybody. How to cook. Also, I can with myself. Oh my god.
Okay, but when there was a girl I dated a long time ago, I dated this girl, and I remember one time she wanted to cook dinner for me. And I am a very good cook, and she was not a very good cook. But that's okay. She made something for me. She made some noodles. It was some spicy Sichuan noodles, right? And and it was simple, and it was easy. It was not hard at all. But do you know what? I felt like it really mattered to me because she wanted to make something for me. It was a gift. She wanted to make food for me. She said,
Yeah.
let me do this for you. That is, even when it's not that good, if somebody wants to do something nice for you, it's good. That's why we say it's the thought that counts. You know, when somebody gives you a gift, did they think about you? right? In America, that's a big deal. In America, if you give somebody a gift, if I give you $100, some people will say, "Oh, yay, $100." Some people will say, because if you give me $100, that's like, I don't know you. Here's some money. Go buy something.
Okay, it is a different culture in China.
Yeah, oh, I know. It's very different. But in America,
Yeah.
the more time that you spend thinking about that person, what do they want? What do they need? What do they like? That's how you show if you really care.
Wow, it's
Yeah.
so sweet.
It is. It's
Yeah.
very important. When we give gifts, the gift is supposed to look like you thought about it. It's not supposed to be something that you just picked up on the way over. Like I forgot to get a gift. Let me stop and buy something, Like, no, if you got something, like if you know me and you know, oh, I love drums. So you stop and you get me something that's about drumming. That means you care. That means you're paying attention to what I like and you wanted to do something for me. Right?
Oh,
Yeah. So that matters. It's a cultural thing. Yeah.
wow, it's so nice.
It's the thought that counts. That's what we say. So, Jessica, I'm gonna have to let you go here. But
Yeah.
it was nice to talk to you.
Okay,
And just
I'm
keep
very,
working on
very
it.
enjoying to talk to you and listen to you. Give me a lot of secrets and a different culture and a lot of book also.
And Jessica, remember that confidence is a very important part of language, because language is a performance. And so every performer, if you're not confident, can't do
You
it.
can show.
Right. Yeah. Like if I'm playing guitar and if I'm on stage, I look scared.
You know, math teacher.
You know?
I'm my major with music.
Oh, no kidding.
I also can play. Yeah, I also can play a little piano and Chinese traditional custom 古筝 do you
古筝，我知道，
do you
古筝，
listen?
我知道。Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I know. Yeah.
你知道？
I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yes.
I have a friend
So-
of mine from Taiwan. She's very famous now. She plays. Oh, which one was? I can't remember the instrument. Let me see. Her name is
What's
Nini.
the name?
Let me show you her name. Or let me show you
Okay.
her on TV
Yeah,
here.
古筝。对，我
She
也是古筝。
plays the.
她的
Let's see. I always forget which instrument she plays. She plays the. She has three. One is called the Liu Qin, and one is called the Zhongran, and the other one is,
中软。
and the other one is the Sanxian.
三弦儿。
yeah,
Oh, wow,
so-
so nice.
And here she is.
Wow.
Let me show you here. She's famous. Let's do Nini on
Her name. I want to know her name.
Nini, Nini.
Nini.
Nini. That's
Uh-huh.
her. That's her. It's a American name that she chose. Here she is. Here.
Can I know her Chinese name?
Turn heads
One moment.
in the totally redesigned Subaru Outback.
Hold on. Here it comes. Here. Here she is.
Hello. What is your name?
My name is Nini.
Hello, Nini. Tell us.
So yeah, she's from Taiwan, and I met her when I was living there. She used to play in the park right near my house, like all the time. I would see her playing in the park, and then
Wow.
we met. And I'm a drummer, and she's a musician, so we talked and we hung out a lot. And then a couple years later, now she's famous.
Wow, so nice. I also want to do that in the park and play my custom.
Let's watch her play here. Let's see. It's too hard. You can't hear it really clearly. But anyway.
It's a guitar.
Yeah, that's a special instrument. It's a special. It's not a guitar. It has no name. It's a special. 有一个就是特别的，
有一个
yeah，就是一般中文的，一般中国的，一般
三弦儿
美国的，对啊。
但是他这个应该这个中国的朋友我回答
对
一下，他应该不是三弦
A
儿。
friend of hers made that guitar for her. It's like a special one. It's only one.
Special
There's only-
guitar.
Yeah, there's only one like that. Yeah.
Maybe it is a mix China culture
对
and
对
American
一般
culture. It is a
一般
mixed
对
custom.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So,
Wow.
yeah, anyway, 三千, 对, yeah. So, anyway, Nini, yeah, she's great. Yeah, now she's been super
Wow.
famous. She's all over the world. Yeah. So,
So
okay.
nice.
But Jessica, I need to go because I've been here for 3 hours today. So it's time for me to go have some
Okay.
lunch.
Okay. I hope you have a good lunch and I hope you have a happy day,
Thank you.
a whole day.
Thank you. And remember, tomorrow, use your English mind.
Yeah.
Use your English mind. Okay? All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Can I give you a message? If you have a time, I want to talk to you. If you have a time, I want to give you money and you teach me something. I think you are very funny, and also you like music, and I also very like music.
So, Jessica,
Maybe-
you can send me a private message, and I have a website where you can buy lessons from me, and I have a Chinese assistant, and you can talk to her, and she can help you with everything. She can help you buy the lessons
Okay.
and schedule them and everything. But yes, I have private lessons that you can buy from me. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so send me a message, and then I'll message you later. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right,
Thank
bye.
you.
Bye, Jessica.
My teacher,
Bye
Matt.
bye.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Okay. Let's see. You're still sleepy, but you're still listening to me. Funny. Okay. One moment. I'm reading the comments. I bet Mark cooks not worse than playing the drums. Vadim, I started cooking about the same time that I started playing drums. I started playing drums when I was about 11 or 12, and I started cooking when I was about 11 or 12. So I've been cooking about the same amount of time. Which is most valuable to a chef? Which book is most valuable to a chef? I would say these two. These two. Molecular Gastronomy is amazing. Such a good book. Because look, this sounds like it's a very difficult book. But the thing I love about this book is, look, one chapter. Here's one chapter. Look, this is The Taste of Cold, it's called. The Taste of Cold. One chapter is only that long. 3 pages. Right? And now here's mastication. Mastication means chewing. Chewing. Right? So how do we chew? And look, once again, 3 pages. It's just quick. So this is a book that teaches in just a couple of pages everything that you need to know about the most important skills in cooking. And this one is like a mix of history and science. And it teaches you all about the history of food and science of food. Okay? Whoa. Do I have all the answers? No, I do not have all the answers. Can I talk about attachment theory? Wow. I don't think I can talk about attachment theory just off the top of my head. That's a pretty deep thing to talk about. Why do you want to talk about attachment theory? Let me ask that question. Is there a reason that you're asking about attachment theory? Why are so many cities in the USA named after cities in the UK? Finance director, because of history. Because just like India was a British colony, well, so was America. America was a British colony. So New York is from York, York in England, that's an area. And then we have New York. And guess what? New York, before it was called New York, it was called New Amsterdam because it used to be owned by the Dutch. Okay, we bought it from them, if I remember right. Yeah. But why do we have so many cities named after British things? Because the British are who made our country. That's who started us. Okay? All right. Can you download it? I don't know. That's a good question. I'm not sure. I don't know. Probably. What's the name of the history and science book? It's called On Food and Cooking, the Science and Lore of the Kitchen. Take a picture. Okay, and then the other one is called Molecular Gastronomy. Hervé Tice wrote this one. Okay? You want to understand human behavior. All right, but that's not just attachment theory. I mean, there's a lot that goes beyond, attachment theory for human behavior. You just need to study psychology. If you want to study what humans are like, then you need to know psychology and history and sociology. Human behavior begins with psychology, but then you need to understand history and sociology, which are really the same thing. History is the past. Sociology is the present, but they're both the same thing. Really. We have a British Plaza. That's right. Yeah, because Bangladesh was too, wasn't it? I think. Right? You would go into relationship psychology or developmental psychology. So my father is a psychologist. So that's why that I got lucky as a teacher. Because my dad is a psychologist. So I grew up thinking about psychology. I grew up thinking about how people think. I grew up thinking about the way people are. I grew up thinking about questioning why you do what you do. I grew up with that. In my house, it was just, that's my dad's job, is asking people about themselves and talking and thinking about why are you like this? So, yeah. Do I like philosophy? Yes, I do. I also read a lot of that. Plato, Socrates, Aristotle, Epictetus, Marcus Aurelius, Confucius, Lao Tzu, Rumi, René Descartes, Immanuel Kant. Yeah, I've read those. Okay, Ali is still there. Wow, Ali's been waiting a long time. So I'm going to talk to Ali because he's been waiting so long. I should go because I'm really tired, but I'm going to talk to Ali if he wants to. And I saw somebody from Iran here, and that's
Hello, Mr. Mark.
Hello, Ali. How are you?
Fine.
Good.
Pleased to meet you here. Pleased to be here.
Nice to meet you too. And
I've been waiting for a long time,
I
and
know,
I
I
have
appreciate
listened
that.
to your conversation. It was so interesting with my sister Jessica.
I appreciate that. Thank you for being patient. I really do. I appreciate patience so much because so many people want to talk to me, and I want to talk to everybody, but I can't talk to everybody. So are you in England now, or where are you now? Are you in the UK?
No, I'm in Saudi Arabia, KSA.
Oh, okay, all right. Are you in Riyadh or where? Mecca?
No, I'm in Eastern province, Dammam.
Dammam. Okay, I'll look that up later. I always
Dammam,
ask.
yes.
I like to ask people because then I can go find it, and then it helps me learn geography. So, Okay.
Yeah.
So what can I help you with today? You've been waiting so long, so what can I do for you?
I have learned. I have asked you how can I speak English fluently because I have tried everything possible to make me speak fluently and be like a native. I've tried everything. Like I've talked to myself, uh, thinking in English. Read a lot of books, read a lot of conversation, imitating,
Mm-hmm.
also interacting with myself while driving a car, even using ChatGPT in order to make me speak English fluently and smoothly.
Okay.
But in some cases, I found some obstacles using my English while for the first time I'm shocked when I meet someone for the first time, like what I did at the beginning of the conversation. This is number one. Number two, I think that my mind is faster than my tongue. How can I overcome this problem?
Okay.
What I think I can't translate or to interrupt it
I
into
understand.
spoken
Yeah,
words.
you can't. You have feelings that you want to say that you feel very clearly about in your language, but when you say them in English, it doesn't feel so clear. You don't feel like you can say it the same way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that is
Okay.
so. That's
So,
what we want.
first thing I want to tell you is first, you need to tell me, define fluency.
Fluency is to talk and express your ideas without stopping, without repeating, without hesitation.
Okay.
Is to flow your English
Right.
naturally.
Okay. So my question then is that a very good definition? Because when you say I want to speak English, just one moment, just very quickly, 1 second.
Take your time.
What's wrong? Oh, okay, that's fine. She can come down here. It's all right. All right. Sorry. What was I saying?
Is that the right definition?
Oh, right. So, fluency is a terrible word because you can't define it. And if you can't define it, then you can't achieve it. So when I ask people, what is fluency? They all say the same thing. Oh, I can speak freely about anything. I can't speak freely about anything. I can't
Even
speak.
if you are native,
Yeah,
yes.
I can't speak freely about microbiology or astrophysics. I can't speak freely about the Muslim religion, the Islam religion. I can't speak freely about those things.
Yes, that's right.
I don't know about those things, so I can't speak freely about them. And then, how many vocabulary words do you need to be? Do you need 10,000, 20,000, 20,221, or 20,222? You know, like how many words do you need? What about your grammar? Does your grammar have to be perfect to be fluent? Or can your grammar be a little bit shaky? And what about your accent? Does your accent have to do with fluency or not? Right? So the word fluent is a terrible word. It's an island that you can't get to.
Yes, that's right.
All right. So I want you to think
So
about it
when
a different way. I want you to think about it a different way. The thing that you don't want fluency. What you want is comfortability. Comfortability.
yes,
That's what you
yes,
want. Okay.
yes,
And
that's right. When you
comfortability.
feel comfortable while talking, you will be able to speak
That's right.
fluently and
Yeah.
smoothly.
Now,
Yes,
does that mean
yes.
when you're comfortable, does that mean you know every word? No. Does that mean your grammar is perfect? No. Does that mean that your accent is perfect? Maybe not. But you're comfortable, right? So I speak Chinese, and when I speak Chinese, if I'm talking about simple things, then I'm comfortable, right? But if they ask me to talk about economics or religion or politics or philosophy, I can't speak about those things in Chinese.
You will stop.
Not yet. Not yet. I'm not there yet, right? But about simple things I can, all right? So the point is first you have to just say what is fluency? Because everybody wants it, but nobody can tell me what it is.
Yes.
Right? And that's
Yes.
what's so weird about fluency. Everybody says, I want to be fluent, I want to be fluent, I want to be fluent. But this word is just a terrible word. It makes everybody think that there's a stop, like there's a point where you're done, where you're like, oh, I'm fluent now, I'm done, I don't need to do anything more. It's not the way it works. When you learn a language, it's the same thing as learning a musical instrument. You're never done. You're not finished. The day you die is the day you're done.
Yes, that's right.
Okay?
That's right.
That's the day you're done. And you're not done before then. You're never done. Okay?
Yes.
You can only
Yes.
do one thing. You can quit, and if you quit, you failed. But if you didn't quit,
Yes, that's right.
then the day you die is the day you're done. Okay?
Yes, that's right.
All right.
That's
so then
right. Definitely
that means
right.
There
Yes.
is no finish. There is no finish. So then, if we're not trying to be finished, then what are we trying to do? We are trying to be comfortable. So yeah,
comfortable.
we're just trying to be comfortable. Now, how can you be comfortable? Being comfortable is about having control. Control is the word that you guys should be thinking about. Control. Okay. So many people, they say to me, "I want to speak faster, Teacher Mark." And I say, why? Because many people, they think if you speak fast, you speak well. No, no, no. If you speak well, you speak well. There is no speed.
If you speak clear and
That's
speak, yes,
There is no
clear
one
English is the
speed in
most
language,
important
right?
thing.
That's right. There's no one speed, right? So for example, if I'm speaking to a child, maybe I'll speak very slowly and gently like this, very softly and gently and slowly. But what if that child is in the street and there's a car coming? Now I will say, get out of the street, go, 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 go.
Watch out,
Yeah,
yes.
now I will yell and I will speak quickly. So
The tone of my voice will rise,
So
change according to the situations that I
that's
face.
right. This is
Yes.
just like in music. In music, we have slow songs, and we have medium
Slow
songs,
song.
and we have fast songs.
Fast.
And we have soft songs, and we have loud songs, right?
Loud songs.
Language
Yes,
is the
that's right.
same. So the point is that to be a great musician, you must have control of your speed. You must have control of your dynamics, which means loud and soft. And you must know, when should I use which one? When should I speak quickly? When should I speak slowly? When should I speak loudly? When should I speak softly? This is control.
From your advice, I have extracted that I must be consistent and continue on learning the process in
Yeah.
order to develop myself and develop my vocabulary in order to become very comfortable when I speak. And
Yeah.
when I comfortable, when you feel comfortable when you control on the control the
Yes.
situation
That's
itself.
right.
Yes.
So, Ali, let me tell you something. So, I'm a musician, Ali, and I play the drums. And sometimes in music, what we say is you spend the first 10 years learning how to play so that you can spend the next 10 years playing.
Playing.
So, what that means
The
is
same advice someone told me about it in Egypt. Yes.
it's similar, right? So that means that in order to be comfortable, really comfortable, to have control, to feel like I can play with this thing, I can play with it, I have fun with it. I'm not worried. I can have fun with it, right? In order to reach that stage, you have to reach that play stage. You have to be able to play with it, right? So
Yes, that's
yeah.
right.
So again, for me, Ali, you sound good. And by the way, I want to make one other point. There are 330 million Americans and about 240 million that are native speakers. Okay? But guess what? Right now, you already speak better than some of them.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Brilliant.
Do you think that every American speaks English perfectly?
No, I don't think that because my friend who who traveled once there told me that they are
Yeah,
some people don't even speak English. They try
they
to imitate
that's right. Yeah.
and gesture. Yes,
There are many people here who don't speak English, and that's okay. I'm fine with that. I don't mind. It doesn't bother me. There are some people it bothers, but it doesn't bother me. But the point is that I want you to just relax, and I want you to remember that the goal is to become you. The goal is to be able to express yourself. The goal is not to be better than an American or better than this guy or better than that guy. No, the goal is I have things that I want to say from my mind and from my heart. Can I say them in English or not?
yes,
That is the goal. Okay? But right now,
yes.
if I go on Facebook, do you know how long it will take me to find somebody who uses English really poorly? And I mean a native, a person who's born here, who
Yes,
studied here. They only know English, but even English they don't know well. That is one thing that I have to say.
yes,
It's very funny about my country. It's a very weird thing about my country. Most people here don't speak another language. They only speak English. And guess what? And even that, they don't do it very well. It's sad. It's very sad. It's like, man, you only know one language and you can't even do that one right? Jeez.
yes. That's right.
You know?
That's right. Yes, I have took some courses on Cambly, and one tutor told me that it doesn't matter to focus on grammar rules. The only thing is to speak, and don't translate in your native language.
I agree somewhat.
To
Yeah. So what I tell people is
be confident.
grammar is important, but grammar is only important sometimes. So grammar is important.
When you write something,
Yeah, if you're
when you read
taking a
something,
test,
yes,
grammar is important. If you're in school,
yes,
grammar is important. If you have a job that uses English, like maybe you're a lawyer or a doctor or an accountant, probably you need good English. You can't have poor English if you do one of those jobs, right? But if you're just at the park and you see your friend, does grammar matter then? No. Because
no,
life is not a grammar test.
yes,
Life is not a grammar test, okay, everybody? So, if you speak to your friend and you make some mistakes, good.
it doesn't matter.
It
Doesn't
does
matter.
it does matter because guess what? In school, they told you that mistakes are bad. You can't make mistakes.
Yes,
Mistakes are bad.
yes.
Don't make mistakes.
They told us this advice when I was a student at university and at high school. They told me to focus on grammar, and grammar is the most important thing in language.
Yeah, they
When I
always
grow
say that.
up,
They always say
I
that. That's
find
not
it
true. It's not true.
it doesn't matter
Let
to
me
make mistake in grammar, but the only thing is to speak.
the best way to think about grammar is like this. Right now, in your kitchen, do you have a table in your kitchen?
Yes, of course, I
And
have a table
and,
in
and
the
you have to
kitchen.
clean it every day, right?
Yes, not every day.
Yeah.
Every
Every time
single meal.
yeah,
Yes,
right. Every time you use
every
it.
time I cook. Yes,
Right. Okay. So this is grammar. Grammar is your kitchen table.
yes,
You just have to clean it a little bit every day. That's
yes.
it.
That's
Okay,
right.
it's just grammar. I don't want you to worry about it, right? Like if I'm eating at my kitchen table and some of my food falls on the table, am I going to say, "Oh no, I can't eat that cuz it hit the table. Oh no." No, I'm going to eat it.
No, no,
I'm
I
gonna
will do
I'm
that.
gonna eat it, right? It's because it's my table. I know it's clean enough. It's good enough, right? So that's why I'm trying to tell you
Yes,
that yeah, this is like grammar. You're gonna make a couple of mistakes sometimes. That's okay. Just keep cleaning the table. Just keep cleaning the
yes,
table every day. And you're never done cleaning that table. You never stop cleaning your kitchen table. You don't say like, "Oh, I finished. I don't need to clean my kitchen table anymore
I
ever
don't need
again."
to. Yes,
Right? No, you have to clean it every day, you know?
yes,
So,
that's right. Yeah,
yeah.
that's right.
So just
That's
keep
definitely
working
right.
on it. Keep working on it. You sound good, Ali. You sound good. Don't judge. Don't try to be better than a native because you're already better than many natives. Okay?
Yes. A second thing that I try to record myself every day and compare what I did yesterday to what I'm doing today. For me, after several weeks, I have noticed a great difference between connected related to my language from this week and from the previous week. I have found that I have improved a lot, and I did a lot of things. But when I test myself on ChatGPT for IELTS speaking
Mm.
exam, I found that I got seven
Seven's not too bad.
7.5,
That's pretty
and
good. That's not
let me
bad.
tell you that I'm not satisfied, and I want I want eight and eight
Okay, but
and
eight,
half.
eight
It
is
will be
very,
satisfied for
very
me.
difficult.
Yes.
Eight is very difficult, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna tell you, eight is hard. I don't know if I could get an eight. All right, man. Eight is hard. Eight is hard. That's definitely hard. Really. Okay. I don't know if I took the IELTS tomorrow. I don't know if I would get an eight on the speaking. I don't know. I might, but I might not. All right. That's hard. There's a website that I use for reading, for level 8 reading that you should see. It's scientificamerican.com.
Scientific American.
Yeah, it's a magazine. It's a very famous old science magazine, and the articles in that
Scientific.
magazine, yeah, the articles, they are band 8. They're great. They're very, very difficult to read. Okay.
Scientific what, Mr. Mark?
Yeah, that's it.
Scientific.
Scientific
Scientific.
American.
Can you
Yeah, scientificamerican.com.
American.com?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
That's a website that has band 8 writing that you can read, right? And then you can watch things like TED Talks. TED Talks are great, right? TED Talks have
Yes.
good speakers that are usually speaking about complicated things. You know, sometimes they're talking about very advanced ideas, advanced topics.
They are talking about complicated and advanced ideas that I don't know and I don't understand it. But
Okay, but
whatever I talk is to catch the words
okay,
that I need
so
and
then
know
let me
about
help
it.
you with that. The one reason I love TED Talks is because every TED Talk has a transcript. Do you know what the transcript is?
Yes.
So
Yes.
get the transcript, Ali. So when you study something, Ali, you need to think about this like a musician, okay? If I want to learn a song, do I listen to that song one time?
No, several times. Multiple times.
Hundreds of times.
Hundreds.
I'm not joking, man. I'm not joking. I'm saying, really, if I want to learn a song, I have to listen to that song hundreds of times for me to really know it. All right? So, what I want you to do is I want you to go find a video on TED Talks that you like, something that you think looks interesting, okay? Then I want you to watch it 5 times. But each time is going to be different. The first time you watch it, I don't want you to use anything. I just want you to watch and use your ears and just try to see what can you understand with no help.
Without switching on subtitles.
That's right. Nothing.
Without subtitles.
Nothing.
Yes.
Yes.
That is the first
That's
one.
right. That's the first one. The second one is with subtitles. Okay? Now,
Yes.
you can that if you want the subtitles in your native language, that's fine, or if you want them in English, that would be better. Okay? So
Yes.
that's the second time. The third time you watch them, that's when I want you to go copy the transcript, copy that, find the transcript on their page,
Yes.
the whole thing, copy it, paste it, print it out on a document, and then hold it in your
Yes.
hands. Now you have something you can study. You can watch it and you can
Yes.
say, oh, look, I didn't know that word. Let me circle that word. Ooh, I like that phrase. Let me underline that phrase. Right? So the third time you watch it, you can make notes. Make notes on the
Yes.
transcript. And then you can hold that transcript and you can watch it and you can look at it. And the next week you can just kind of, oh, yeah, I remember that. Like just look at your homework, right? Just like it's homework, right? Then
Yes.
the fourth time you watch it, you can go back to subtitles only again, just subtitles. And then the fifth time you watch it, again, nothing.
Without subtitles,
And then
like the first one.
That's right. And then see what happened. Are you better now? Can you do
Yes.
it now?
You will be
Alright.
accustomed to
Yeah.
the video, and
Now,
yes.
that is the process of studying something, guys. You have to do it a bunch of times, just like I do when I have to learn the drums. If I have to play a song, I have to listen to it many, many times for me to understand how to do every part, how to do everything, what's coming, right? I have to listen to it many, many times, right? So 5 is pretty good, but still not very many. All right.
When you said that I have to, I should listen to TikTok for 5 times. You advise me to work hard on this and to immerse myself in English all the time and surround myself with English all the time in order to be accustomed to what I speak and what I watch in
Language
English.
is a pool. Language is a pool. If you want to be good at swimming, then you've got to get in the water. You've got to get in the water
Yes.
and you have to stay in that water. So your Arabic language is one pool. That's the pool that you're very comfortable in,
Yes.
right? But you need to be in the English pool. And the English water, you're
Yes.
not very comfortable there yet. You're not comfortable there yet. So you have to spend more
Yeah.
time in the water to become comfortable. All right?
Yes.
That's
Yes,
really
that's
what it
right.
is.
Then
Okay?
that thing. Thank you very much. Thank you for your advice. I have enjoyed your advice so much, and I appreciate your talk with me. I promise that I will apply this as soon as possible.
You'll be
Uh,
fine. You'll be fine. And I'll say, Afwan.
Thank you very much. Shukran.
All right.
Thank
So
you very much,
you're
Mr. Mark.
welcome. Take care,
Nice
my friend.
meeting you. Nice to be here with my
It was
friends.
nice
I'm
to meet you
pleased
too.
to talking to you and talking to other friends, and I hope that they have enjoyed and learned from our
It
meeting,
was a pleasure.
my meeting with you. Thank you very much.
All right. Take care, my friend. I'll see you next time, okay?
Thank you,
All right.
Mr. Mark.
Bye-bye. And guys, I really do need to go because it's been 3 hours and 41 minutes, and that's too long. That's too long. So I'm gonna go. But before I go, here's my website. One last time. Here's my YouTube. Here is my website, and here is my blog. Okay. I'm here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm here Monday through Friday. And I have about 90,000 followers, 89,000 followers, something like that, here. And I have been on Hello Talk for more than 12 years. Okay? And I've been live streaming here for more than 5 years. And I have done 2,336 hours of teaching here. 2,336 hours. So, yeah, when you guys talk about practicing, I want you to think about that. Think about just how many hours that I have been here just teaching you. 2,336 hours that I have showed up here to teach you. If I can be here, if I can do that to teach you, then can't you study? Can't you study? Can't you learn? Shouldn't you do more? Shouldn't you do more? You should. I am crazy, that's for sure. I am crazy. 100%. Cuckoo, cuckoo. That's this guy. Yes, I am. All right, so I must go. Have a good morning. Have a good afternoon. Have a good evening, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.